welcome. All right, I'm gonna turn music for slight background music. Turn it down.
Breathe, man.
All right, breathing. All right, Jamie needs to be on. All right, Jamie, you video by chance? Because I gotta pop it out. If you do,
I do. Yeah, let me
all right.
click that on here.
And Venus, welcome to the stream. You are first to the podcast. You pushed the button first. Congratulations. All right.
Thank you. I'm now debating if I want to make you wear a onesie.
No, oh my gosh, really? All right.
Hurry, pause it.
I'm almost at 50,000 points. I have nothing else to do.
I see you. All right, hold on. Let me shrink this down real quick and put you on the screen. All right. All right. Oh god, it's so small. All right, hold on. Let me resize this a little bit. Make you a little bigger than that, because you're only sharing real estate with me. All right. All right, I think you are in a good spot. Hey,
It's great. It's like we have a consultant.
We have a consultant. There we go. All right, so I think we are set. This music's actually louder in my ear. Hold on, let me turn this down slightly. Halfway. There you go. That's not too bad there. It's kind of a little background music that no one can really hear except for me. All right, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the TPP podcast. As the camera moves, the camera always does this. Move in. All right. All right. So the TPP podcast with, of course, the regular cast of characters: Tim, Venus, Purpose. I know we have a special guest today. It's JamieSlyFox. Applause. All right. So as we always start every podcast is, what's the update? Where have you been? What's going on? Someone hosting me? Purpose, thank you for the host. I'm so confused with the lights.
I'll do it before it's gone.
Yeah. All right. So thank you. All right. So the general consensus is update. What have you been doing since the last podcast? Or what's been going on? Because we always talk about within every month. So let's start with Tim. What's your update?
The good thing I've been doing is I started my hormone therapy, and I'm already seeing results.
Nice.
The bad news is, yesterday at like 4 p.m., I got stabbing pain in my tooth. And there's like some kind of like gum problem thing, and I can't get to a dentist until Monday, and it hurts.
Oh.
But I'm here.
Okay.
It's actually a bit better now.
Oh, that's good. And really, yay, Jamie from Winter. She's like, yay, Jamie's here. Hey.
Here I am.
All right.
Hey, Winter.
Hey. So, Venus, what has been an update with you?
I have been keeping myself alive.
Keeping yourself
I survived a hurricane.
Oh, there you go.
I guess I should mention that.
Nice.
We got hit by Hurricane Ian. It wasn't that bad. But I'm also from
Probably.
Florida, so of course it wasn't.
Gotcha. Purpose, what is your update?
Been really busy with school and just kind of trying to keep up with Genshin and family and school. So
Okay. All right. Nice. So update is work is work. I'm the same old, but I am going to New York Comic Con next week, so I'm excited. Winter is also coming along with me, so we're gonna have a lot of fun in New York City. So yes. All right. And Jamie, since you are new here, as always, you gotta tell us about yourselves because you're the first time here, and then also tell you what you've been up to, what you do, where people can find you, all the fun jazz.
Oh my. Let's see.
Social security number.
That's right. It's 999-99999.
Oh, there you go.
Nine.
Everyone note that.
Always wanted that one.
Yeah, indeed. You don't want my identity. What have I been up to? I've been actually having a good time. I think just watching people stream. To be honest, been here and there, just kind of checking out folks. I got into a addicting game on my mobile phone. It's terrible. It's a strategy game. Never played one before, and I'm addicted. So here we are, wasting life on my mobile phone.
So
I didn't
Just
realize
like a
that-
millennial.
I didn't realize that Genshin Impact 3.1 was a strategy game.
Ah!
I didn't either. You know, that's crazy.
Close on mine.
That wasn't it. It was Ebony. It was Ebony.
Obviously, it's
Return-
Fortnite.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
right?
play Fortnite.
Disgusting.
Strategy. What is wrong with Fortnite? All right, do you start
I
there?
just don't like it.
All right, let's start there, because I was just playing Fortnite, and you guys all
Oh
hating
my.
on Fortnite, and Jamie does like Fortnite. So,
Jamie, yeah, I do. Oh, I got blurry here.
You're allowed to be wrong.
we're allowed to be wrong.
I
How
was
is
so
it?
every
almost
day.
supportive.
Wait, Tim, what is your opinion? Because I know Venus doesn't like it. I know.
I haven't tried it, but I don't like Battle Royale in general. So odds are slim.
Slim to not. I don't know. But Chris, what are your thoughts? Because I know Venus doesn't like it. Fortnite?
Battle Royales suck.
Wait, what? Those already star reveals already suck.
Like
Well-
battle royales, just in general, I just don't like them.
Oh.
Warzone, Fortnite, any of them. Like I just don't. They don't interest me whatsoever.
Oh, there you go. Jamie, make your case. Go.
Yeah. So okay, I will change all your minds with one little fact and point. Okay, so Fortnite is a game made by a bunch of dorks that have they just know how to have fun in life. Okay, if you don't enjoy throwing a bomb that makes your opponent dance and unable to fire,
Exactly.
I don't know what you want from a game. That is hilarious.
The Boogie Bomb.
I want it in a
Look,
non-battle royale setting.
Fair enough.
Like-
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It really sucks that it's a battle royale because like they almost had me at
With
I
Goku.
can buy Goku and
Mhm.
Kamehameha
Yeah.
wave people and like
Oh, that was
it-
fun.
I can Kamehameha wave as Darth Vader like that.
Mhm.
It's great. I can lightsaber fight with Goku like that kind of thing. Definitely, I was so close to downloading the game, but I still didn't do it because it's a battle royale, and I mean, if there was going to be a time that I was going to have fun with that game, it was there, and I chose to miss it. So, not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
There it is.
Missed the Kamehameha wave.
Well, I've just been playing it for the last 2 days, and in Winter Can Attest, probably it's her new favorite game. And I think it's just the fact is like we won a lot of matches, and then we already made our way to level 22. So it's been interesting. The new characters and emotes, we're kind of throwing V-Bucks at it. Now we know when their kids come up for V-Bucks because they want all the new fancy emotes. So yeah, but beyond that, you're right. Characters fighting everything. I mean, it's still Battle Royale, yes. Jamie can attest it's probably not as hard as Warzone, but
Yeah.
it's still pretty fun as it is, and it's going to be in the rotation. Jamie's gonna download it and play it with me on Sunday, right?
Oh, for sure. I have it downloaded already. I play
Very
with my
good.
brother, and a couple other folks that I play with. It's a lot of
Okay.
fun.
It's a lot of fun. So there you go. So it is a
Yep.
lot of fun. All right, but in terms of Fortnite, I mean, can we even say that? Well, I'm going to be like, I never picked up Genshin after that one time. So you guys can come at me if you really want to. Why not paying Genshin Impact? But I feel it's probably the same reasons. I better imagine. All right. Oh, I'm quiet now. I feel like people are like the eyes are staring at me. Jamie's already making eyes. I could see. But I mean, it's just isn't like the same like. And are they made by the same people? No, they're not. No, I don't think they are.
No.
No, okay, yeah, probably. But I'm saying it's like a game you can get into, probably sometimes drop a lot of money, because I've dropped like 20 or 40 bucks so far into this game. But yeah, there's like things you like in the game, and I don't know, it's just fun. And it's like just, messing people up and killing people and acting like a real coordinated team is the best thing. But yes. All right, so exactly. So there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. So I think in terms of some streamer topics, and I know I've talked to Tim about it, I just want to coordinate and see everyone's point of view. I know it's a streamer topic, I know it's kind of not as exciting, but the whole lurking thing. So Tim, can you elaborate on what you told me about lurking?
So what I've been noticing is that tabs almost don't work anymore. Like I've tested it here between like my computer and Sarah's computer and different views and stuff. It's like you don't count for yourself anymore, and your tabs won't count. It's almost like you have to be rendering them on your screen for it to count. So
Correct.
the only way I can get it for everybody is like I put one person in every corner of
the monitor.
the monitor.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Correct. I actually tested that whenever you guys were streaming the other night with Nuka. I had all 3 streams open on tabs, and whenever I would go to your stream, it wouldn't even, whenever it started rendering, it wouldn't even tick up the view. It wasn't until I interacted in chat that it would actually even count my view. And then if I swapped away from the screen, then my view would go away like almost immediately. So you have to be rendering, and you also have to be participating. Like, just so the idea of lurking as a support method anymore, and I talked to Nuka about it a little bit. I think it makes sense why they're doing this. They cannot, as a platform, they cannot expect to pay out to all these people that are you know,
saying they're
paying
advertising
saying they're advertising, and then you just have tabs up like that. That is not a business model that they can support. So we have to be very, you know, mindful of what it is, like who it is we want to support, and we have to be there, active in their chat, and have them actually pulled up. I mean, it's gonna be hard for people. I know there's a lot of times that I'm not active in chat because I have other things going on, and it's like, man, that really sucks because I can't just pull somebody up to support them anymore. You have to be really there and participating. And I think that this goes a lot to the downtick in numbers that a lot of people have seen. It's taken us time to adjust to the fact that this is there. Like, it took me a minute to even figure out that it was happening, but like being in all you guys' streams, I would notice a lot of times like that it was like, I know that these people are there and like they're not active necessarily, but like I'll see like 5 people in say Tim's chat, and then but like only 1 viewer. And I'm like, how is there only 1 viewer? Like, I know that this person's watching. Like, I don't get it.
I'm just glad someone else was able to notice it was happening to me a lot. I'm like, am I insane?
No, I saw it too. Yeah.
I definitely, like, I noticed it with all you guys that I pull up. I've noticed that a lot, and I was just like, so again with that stream you guys did the other night on Wednesday, like I kind of was trying. Yeah. I was trying to experiment a little bit with it and see what worked. Like, how can I support in a more meaningful way than just the normal lurk? Because obviously lurking is not going to work anymore. We have to pick and choose a little bit more.
That makes sense. I think everyone is probably, so take that word, people that are watching and listening, your lurks, you have to be interacting with the streamer rather than have their tab up or pull their volume really down or render them on different parts of the screen. So yeah, Tim, you want to add something?
And it's also sort of an unreasonable ask of someone to like ask someone to do that, or to make someone like think as a supporter versus just someone who's hanging out. I don't like the onus it kind of puts there.
That's all Twitch though.
Yeah. So if someone's a bit inside baseball, then that stuff kind of happens now.
That is very true.
I'd rather people are just thinking about hanging out.
Yeah, I think, you know, a lot of times, you know, we don't define what is a supporter. Like, is a supporter somebody that's donating? Is it somebody that's viewing, someone that's participating? You know, and like I don't dislike the word supporter, but I know there's a lot of people who do. I like to look at it as, you all are my friends, and so I want to support you, and like it does, like, there are words that whenever you think of them, and you know, there's different ways to think of these words, and we're not meaning them in a negative way, but like whenever I'm saying support, you know, support the streamers, it's like if you view these people as your friends, if you're trying to support them, if you're trying to be there for them, then that's what I mean is, you know, it's important that we pick and choose how we're doing that, and sadly lurking just doesn't do that anymore.
Exactly. In terms of this, is kind of tangents into the hosting. I know people have different opinions on that. As of I think October 3rd, they're gonna get rid of hosting entirely.
Yep.
Meaning, oh, Hunty Wunty, hey, it's going good, Pink. Oh, it's Pancakes TV. But yeah, they get rid of hosting so that small people can't host the people in their stream. What is everyone's opinion on that? Anyone can chime in if they want to.
Well,
Good.
I want to have the microphone if someone else says something on it, but my view of it is essentially it's part of the same thing. That's just the only part they're saying publicly. The rest of it is just they changed that stuff on the back end that nobody really gets to see the nuts and bolts. We're just seeing the effects.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, it's about retaining money, and there's no way to make it palatable to people.
I mean, my opinion on it is a little different. I don't care. And the reason that I don't care is because in my experience, like me hosting, the only thing that it does is possibly gets you front paged.
Yeah.
No one's coming to my channel. So like whenever I'm hosting, I'm just trying to get you front page. And I think what Twitch has noticed is that who is getting hosted, like who is getting a meaningful host, right? The only people getting meaningful host are those people who are already
Established.
to big streamers. Yeah, the people who, especially with their idea of stream teams, those people who are the leader of a stream team, look at how many people are hosting them compared to how many people are hosting you.
Yeah.
And really all it's doing is making the bigger streamers bigger. And it was supposed to be put in place as a way to help the smaller streamers, and it's really done very little for the smaller streamers in my opinion. And so to me it's just like, okay, take away hosting. Like it's not that big of a deal, because like how often do I go to, you know, Ty's stream or Tim's stream or Jamie's stream or whoever, with the idea like no one else is streaming right now, I'll go over to Ty's stream and see what his auto host is. Right? Like it just doesn't happen. And then also a further point is then they also have different rules for views, like if you pull someone up versus if you are watching someone that you are watching it being hosted. So like I've also seen that where like a lot of, just like with rating, like, you know, we always had those raiders commands saying, hey, refresh because your view's not counting. Like the same thing's happening in hosting. Like a lot of hosted views actually don't count.
Wow.
So I don't think that really impacts the platform that much myself. I mean, I could be wrong and we might see a drastic change, but I wish, instead of getting rid of it, I wish that they would make it better. Like I wish that they would enhance it in some way. Like if you're hosting, then you get put into a pool to go front page or stuff like that. I think that would be cool. The
boosted host is back. I saw that. The boosted host.
I did.
Yeah. So I don't know if they fixed it or not. I saw that for a couple of big streamers had it. I haven't seen any small person have it. But yeah, Jamie, you have any thoughts by chance on this?
Let me tell you, Ty. I've got thoughts.
Okay.
Are they verbal?
Speak your piece.
Can I swear in the stream or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
We do it all
No.
the time.
What I was gonna say is you're all wrong, and I think Twitch is a great platform. I couldn't say it through the straight
I
face.
couldn't say it, Mr.
Oh my god. Okay.
What do
So
you want you to
I
curse?
think-
Go ahead, do it.
I think without going too wild, if whatever. Let's go conspiracy theory. Okay. So we live in a place, right, where we have rich people, we have poor people, and it seems to make sense to me that Twitch would put out a real nice blanket statement saying, "Hey, we're here to help the small streamer." And I don't want to sound negative with this, but like if I'm a corporation with tons of money and tons of revenue from people advertising, like I'm looking over here on the left of my screen, 194K watching Riot Gains, or 5.8 watching It's Timmy. Like if I'm Twitch, then at the end of the day, really all I have to say is like, hey, small streamers, I feel you. And we're trying to implement things to help you, and if it sounds sincere, who are we to, how can we prove otherwise, at the end of the day, I think any person with the views, maybe potentially, I guess, more means, I guess, if you would say, who can afford the equipment for streaming or paying for like trains, right, to get more visibility, are the ones maybe that get accidentally, wink wink, supported, by the by Twitch, and I don't have proof of it, but like look at Twitch, look at social media, you can put in the time, whatever, multiple posts a day that are like what I would consider raw talent. A lot of people have comedy, information to provide that's really interesting, I think, that maybe just don't get noticed, maybe they don't have the monetary resources to pull into it. That's my two thoughts on it. What do you guys think?
Your two thoughts.
My
No,
two cents.
I-
My 2 cents. My 2 cents.
I don't disagree with that at all. Like I think that, as far as, again, Twitch is a business. They're not here to for you guys. They're here for the money, and so at the end of the day, they're gonna do what drives money the most. They do make a lot of money off small streamers, so they have to at least try to appease small streamers.
Mhm.
But I
You got
really do think
bamboozled.
that,
Look at you.
like, one
It
thing
doesn't-
that they're running into is I think they have to pay out way more to large streamers than they do to small streamers, right? And so if these large streamers continue to get large, then that's taking out of their money, because the larger streamers get a better cut, don't they?
They do.
Like,
Not anymore.
Oh wait,
They changed that.
What did they change it to?
It's
Yeah.
down to 50%.
Oh,
I hear it's
Well,
all bad either
This
way.
is where
Yeah.
the fun begins.
Right.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's for new people, right? Because I know for certain, like I've heard, again, I'll go back to the guy that I reference every time we talk about streaming stuff. Kriparian
remember
has a
his name.
contract. Kriparian has a contract that he's grandfathered to have that split. And it, like, they don't plan to just take it away.
Mhm.
Like they're not, like, those people. Now, you could say that when their contract is up, then they go back to whatever split, but like a lot of them negotiate it in the first place because they're such a draw, they can negotiate it. Like a lot of them don't just get a normal, like even the 70-30 split. Like they've negotiated further. Like
Oh, wow.
Crip's whole thing is he was grandfathered on 70/30 with the old sub rules, and like there was a way that before, I forget how exactly it works, but it had to do with ads. And he's like, look, I'll go to a different platform if you guys run your ads the way you run them on everyone else's streams.
Mhm.
And they bow to it. They say, okay, you can keep the old ad percentages or whatever. So like they play ads the amount of times that he wants them instead of the amount of times that they want.
Because YouTube's out there, right?
Right.
And the rumor is they have a better whatever, you know?
YouTube,
Where streamers go to die.
or something.
Streamers go to die.
Like it's funny, but
Or have
also like
scandals.
they're like, it's funny because like we all know that like what the major platform is, but like at the same time, MySpace was the favored platform for social media.
That's true.
Like,
listen, be careful with your words. MySpace is still alive, my friend. Okay.
I understand. I understand.
You hold on to that belief, and
I'm holding on
through.
Do you have stock?
But I mean, you see
No.
what I'm saying, though. Like,
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Like, Twitch can't just act like they're the number one forever, because eventually something else will come. Facebook at one point was not Facebook. Facebook was something much smaller that was much like a much different system.
Better
And
times.
there are
Better times.
and yes, and Facebook should probably, maybe go back to some of their roots, because I don't think that they're gonna stay
What
number
was our
one
first
forever.
friend?
Tom, I forgot about Tom.
Tom,
Yes.
Yo, he's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a really good person in life, like just generally a decent human being. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's what I've heard though.
but yeah. So all I'm
Good for
saying
Tom.
is like, I personally feel that while Twitch is a great platform and currently it is the number one platform, if they don't play their cards right, then the Trovolo or whatever it's called, or whatever the other new streaming service,
The new
could
cool
be.
thing.
Provo,
the new cool thing.
The
Like-
TikTok of Twitch, right? Because
That's
TikTok
TikTok
came
right.
on looking
Oh.
goofy and everyone loves it now.
Look, I mean, YouTube even so YouTube has
Shop
to worry. YouTube has to worry about a lot of stuff too, right? Because like
Right.
they're going into the whole shorts thing that's directly competing with TikTok. I know you guys probably don't pay as much attention to YouTube because you're not as large on that platform, but they just made huge changes themselves whenever it comes to their shorts. But because they have to directly compete with TikTok, and TikTok doesn't care if you use copyrighted material. TikTok
Oh.
will pay you one way or the other, whether you use a copyrighted song or not.
There's
So-
one stipulation to that. You can't have over a 5-minute song. Just like, that was good.
Okay,
Oh.
but yeah, okay, that's fine. But
No
like,
metal.
5-minute songs do you even know?
right?
Yo, I listen.
Oh,
to
I
metal
got
all my
tons.
fucking
I
life.
got
That's
tons.
the wrong
I
people.
can't deal with you people.
As Ty.
Yeah, he does it.
As Ty.
I'm
he
gonna
cut-
stay in my
he
12-year-old
cut- He
self
cut my
over
7-minute
here.
song.
Song, yeah, I know.
But yeah, so they actually changed their shorts so that there's two separate buckets. And there's the bucket without copyrighted material, and there's the bucket with copyrighted material. And they're actually paying they're like cutting deals with all the record companies, like a ton of record companies, so that they can pay for the use of those songs. So if you use copyrighted material, you get less of a portion of the ads. Whereas if you don't use copyrighted material, you get a larger amount from the ads. And then they also did it because they knew that like the way that they serve up their shorts, it's like random, right? Like it's not just the same person over and over. So what they do is every like 4 or whatever shorts you watch, you get served an ad. What they do is they go, okay, the ad that you watch that ad revenue gets put into a bucket and distributed to the four shorts that you watched after that ad.
Oh, okay.
So that it's more evenly distributed across their the viewer base or the content creators. And to me, I think like that's actually pretty insane, because it really does feel like they're kind of looking out a little bit for the people who like aren't creating the big content, as far as shorts is concerned. So yeah, I think that it's very interesting, and Twitch definitely needs to pay attention to what these other platforms are doing for their content creators, because they are in danger. If you have YouTube making moves like that, and then they go into the same types of moves in the streaming aspect, but also add a lot of the features that it's missing, suddenly you might have people leap into YouTube, right?
That's true.
So,
Graduson brings up a point about the people co-streaming to TikTok. So does that mean that you're taking people from TikTok to bring them over to Twitch? As they want to see that, because I see a couple of people doing that now, that they're streaming on TikTok and Twitch at the same time. Because, like I said, necessarily it's not breaking. Like, you're not streaming Twitch in multiple platforms; you're streaming 2 different ones at the same time. What are people's thoughts on that, by chance?
My friend, can I butt in with this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can butt in with all of them.
How about that?
That's the
Well,
point.
Oh my gosh. But this is just, I don't know, my brain went here, but like how in the world are we dual streaming like that? One, I can't even comprehend how you do that. Cause you have to like set up passes and stuff like that to get on your Twitch, and then a whole nother thing for TikTok, and how do you get it to the same camera? Huh.
Use your phone for
Some
TikTok.
people don't use the same camera. Yeah, some people
maybe that's
stream
it.
TikTok
Yeah.
on their phone and then
Makes sense.
just do their regular streaming.
Like literally, you can stream the face cam, or stream that you're looking at like yourself, or you're looking at the game with
Makes
the TikTok.
sense.
So yeah.
Yeah, you get a camera battery. Jeez, can you imagine
A Camry battery would work.
a Camry battery? Blah, blah,
Very bad. Yeah.
red leather,
This guy
yellow
does have
leather, red
stocks.
leather.
So yeah, people are doing that. So
Yeah,
different
some.
platforms are. But wait, did someone saw? Because I did this on Tim's chat. The elevated message. It's kind of similar to the super message in YouTube.
Oh yeah, that freaked me
it's
out.
just
What'd you
paying
do?
for it.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what is this?
What
thing?
do we think about paying for stuff? I thought about doing that on Instagram to boost the thing. People think it's kind of like a joke, like, oh, why are you paying for boosting? But at the end of the day, why not?
Exactly.
That's the business model, right? You put money in, you get money back, or
Well, because it's
fame,
like
I
now you're
guess.
competing with everyone else who is boosting it.
That's
Yeah.
true too. So let's see. Tanner Slays uses 2 different stream platforms on a separate CPU. Complaining about elevated message, but only 20% goes to Twitch. What? 20% of elevated? Well, I saw the pay scales for YouTube and Twitch. Twitch's one is way overpriced than YouTube's super message compared to the elevated message. But as we segue from that, I don't want to take too long of that. This kind of segues into Jamie's topics, right? So about the.
Okay,
So-
hold on. I have
Oh,
something
sorry.
on that.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so you said, how do people do it? There's actually software that allows you to stream to 2 destinations.
That's the way to do it.
So you can
Wow.
actually stream to Twitch and TikTok with the exact same stream to 2 places.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And Twitch actually, this is one thing that they did recently. They actually unlocked that, because before you couldn't do that
Couldn't do
in
it,
general,
yep.
right?
That's
So
true.
they don't see TikTok as a competitor. They don't I think the only one that they really seem to care about is like the Trovolo or whatever, and then YouTube.
Oh, I thought that was a made-up name.
Nope, it's
No,
actually
it's-
Trovo.
I
Names are
don't know
made
the
up
name of
in-
this.
in
I don't
truth.
know the name of this,
It
but
makes
this
me
is an
want
actual
mushrooms.
thing.
Yeah, doesn't it? It
Like,
sound
yeah,
like a mushroom.
no, like like truffled whatever it's called, the dish that you, no, I can't.
The truffle dish? I don't know.
Keep
It's
going, we'll get there.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm looking up
The
its
thing
edition.
Pink searched for.
Oh man.
It's Trovo. I'm sorry. I don't know what it's called. But
Yeah,
Trovo,
I
yes.
think,
I'm calling it Trovolo from now on.
Trovolo.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it's
Trovolo.
truffles. Do you guys
Trovolo.
not eat
It's
food?
something. I don't know. I don't actually
Not
frequent that one.
fancy.
Trovo,
Another
don't
one.
sponsor, no
Have
sponsored.
have you ever heard of the streaming platform Caffeine?
No.
No.
Not the platform.
So like, what do you mean not the platform?
Tim's heard
The
of
caffeine.
caffeine.
There's
Okay,
about caffeine.
so Caffeine
Yeah.
is actually it's caffeine.tv, and I actually ran into this almost a year ago. It's more for like music artists and like sports streaming, but like they do have game streams on it, and they do have contracts for larger video game streamers. I ran into it for a while there whenever I watched a whole lot of Among Us on YouTube. There's a guy named Cartoons that streamed on there. And I was so confused because I wanted to catch one of his streams, and I'm like, he's never on Twitch. I can't even find this guy. Like, and then I searched for it, and I'm like, oh, he's on this Caffeine, and it's very similar, but like I said, there's many other options out there. It's like if Twitch isn't careful.
Yeah, it makes sense. Twitch could be going down. Like a lot of videos I've seen about transitioning off of Twitch. But before we go
Sorry, I had to insert an evil laugh there.
all right, before I continue, I want to just give James a heads up. We did this last week with Power, but if you want to think of questions you want to ask all 5 of us or 4 of us, and we'll ask you, we'll figure out a question and we'll throw it back your way. But think about it for now.
Oh my.
And then we will kind of like go through that. So, but this kind of leads into your question that you wanted to talk about. Have you all done a bit? I'm really verbatim what you typed. Have you all done a bit of social media on the social media algorithms, interesting stuff, and how bots fit into the mode, and who gets popular, etc. So, you want to kind of fill in what you were trying to talk about, or?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So interesting. I guess this is a good time. I didn't do this in my intro, but I've done, let's see, Twitch streaming for, I think it was a year and a half, maybe 2 years. It's repressed now, you know? But, and I've done, let's see, 5, maybe 6 24-hour streams. When I first started, I did like 8 to 12-hour streams, like on the daily. So this is where I got thinking about this. I'm like, holy smokes, I'm putting in the motions and things like that. I'm putting massive amounts of time in, you know. So I got to thinking, like, when you asked me about if I wanted to come to the stream and whatnot for the podcast, I was like, algorithms, really fascinating stuff.
Mhm.
How does it work? And is it something that you can grind hard to get up to these high numbers, thousands of viewers and things, or is it just more of a we pay for it? And similar to like Instagram, I did a bit where I was posting content. Reels are real popular on Instagram right now, at least the last I heard or knew. I kind of took a break from Instagram because, as we know here, I'm sure you can all attest, burnout can be a real thing when you're streaming on the daily. You know, for sure. And so I just wanted to like strike up a conversation about that, and like, how do people get famous? Is it hard work, or is it more like, you know, do we put money in to boost things, you know? And so that was interesting because well, I got actually I don't know if I can show this. I got this dive into algorithms. I just find computer stuff and coding interesting. I don't code, though I've done some real simple coding. I think it's fun and interesting. And
You should learn the code.
I'm a nerd like that. I really should actually. I applied to go to.
You can learn it multiple times because you'll forget it very easily, and then it's
I know, right?
to relearn it again.
Yeah.
Indeed. So yeah, that's where I was going with. Do we hard work or do we can we hard work and follow and learn the algorithm to become popular on say Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, or is it more of just simply you put money into it, and boost yourself?
I think it's a case of two, right? Like, you could put the money into it, but then maybe also you could stumble across something that is a really good hit and then just ticks off. Like, it could be anything. I'm like, I know the grind is real. Like, grinding for like that many like days to say like, can you make this as like long term is always hard, because then sometimes people, like for me, it's literally I do a full-time job, then I do this, and I do this for fun. Like, it's necessarily nothing, but sometimes I get that little accent of a little extra money at the end of the month because I did some work over the course of a month for show. So
Pay for like 2% of your Twitch payments. Or what you
Exactly.
pay people on Twitch.
Shush, Tim. Let's not say that. The money that goes back.
A maniac.
A maniac, I see. But yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Can I just insert? Is Ty not the most pure individual on Twitch? Like, just absolutely angelic. Am I right?
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
Okay. But I'm just saying, like, just as for me, a hobby, and like I can understand that point where you're like, well, do you follow the algorithm, or do you do what makes you happy? Do you grind every single day and burn out, or you just do it for fun and just have some other income coming in? Like, as we said in probably previous podcasts, it takes a lot of time, a lot of grinding to get to that point. And like people, the big followers have probably been doing this for years, the big streamers, and like have like tons of followers. And I think we even talked about the percentage of people that actually follow you to actually watch you is not as high as you think. So like,
No, it's really not. Yeah.
yeah. So, but I'll leave it open to anyone else wants to add on to that or comment. Not everybody at once.
Right here.
Try not to step on people.
I'm
Yeah,
here
this
like
is-
I'm
this is
here
my
ready to
thing.
talk
I've been
about my
talking
topic.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
I've
went
talked
with
for
it, I let
80% of
purpose
this
take it over.
thing.
That's fine. That's
No,
fine.
I'll say I'll answer my own questions. Actually, I just got some fun things I thought about. Tim and Purpose. I know you're talking about some of the interesting little tidbits and things. Like there's like the simple things like you put hours in and whatnot, and you do things like make Ty's got the interesting little tidbits on the side here, this blurb thing, right, and the voice mod, and little artistic things. You had the little flair to it, those things. But I find interesting, like on Instagram, I just looked into recently that maybe also added to this thought of mine, the idea of shadow banning and how you get shadow banned off of maybe like a tag. Like if you use a certain tag, it's quite interesting. Like the depth that these people, these developers and things think about how people get seen and whatnot, and how to avoid, because of course there's the bot problem. Where there's a bunch of bots also trying to get into this, that, and everything, and it's man, you can lose yourself. Heavy stuff.
Indeed.
Well,
Yeah,
so for those of us in the room who don't know what shadow banning is, because they don't go on Instagram.
Yes,
what
good.
is
Yeah.
that? In
Oh.
case they're out there, not me.
I know.
Totally, Tim. Totally, Tim.
Tim knows exactly what we're talking
That's what
about,
I'm
but
talking
I don't. So
I'm
please.
definitely not skateboarding in Lost Judgment.
Why don't we have
I'm
a COD?
definitely not playing Genshin.
We need a COD
Guys.
player to explain the idea of shadow banning.
That's true.
Shadow banning. Help me out if I'm wrong on this. But I think, as I understand it, the idea is you don't get seen. You're not like banned from the platform, but like no one sees your stuff.
Yeah, so
In the terms of social media.
So shadow banning happens in a lot of areas, but especially in social media, it's a lot like it's very comparable. Have you guys ever read reviews where a site might have like really positive reviews and like you don't see any negative reviews, and then you try to put a negative review in, and then your review isn't there, Isn't that weird?
Oh,
Isn't it
Yeah.
weird? Your review's just not there. But if you put a
Uh-huh.
positive review from the
It's
same,
there.
it's there.
oh.
And so basically, yeah, it's a very real thing where they will hide you the best that they can. As all sorts of platforms do it. YouTube's really high on it. Instagram, I haven't seen a whole lot of it on Twitch, but yeah, it's very much a thing where if you are stepping on the wrong toes, then you very much could get shadow banned and suddenly see a decline, and the decline is just they won't serve you to people. They do it so much on YouTube. We even see it where you won't be served you're subscribed to someone, you won't even be like served their videos, right? Because they've been shadow banned.
There's like methods, right, to find out if you're shadow banned.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I mean, there's been huge creators that have taken places to court and settled outside of court and things. No, we haven't gotten to your question yet. But yeah, I mean, that it's very interesting. I think that, you know, where you say where you ask, you know, how do bots fit in and the whole algorithms thing, I agree with Ty. It's all in what you want out of everything, right? Because the reality is that if we're not out here grinding 100% of the time, then we probably aren't going to grow in the way that like we could be growing. And it's very if you look at the large creators, you mentioned the artistic feel of like the blurb and the voice mod and all the little things that we do with our channel points and stuff. Go to some of the larger streamers and see what they're doing. They're not interacting with their chat in many cases.
Yeah.
They don't have much for their channel point redemptions. They have no extensions. Aside from maybe an extension that deals with the game they're playing.
On Prime,
and
to remind you about a sub.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But what are they doing that's different from what you guys are doing? Well, it depends on the streamer. If they're a streamer like a lot of us would consider ourselves, it would be, you know, a variety streamer, right? So what do variety streamers do different than a normal streamer, right? Whenever they want to get big, they're riding that algorithm. They're looking for the trends in the algorithms. They're changing their games based on the algorithms. The algorithm says this game will show up. What do? You ride that game until it's not showing up anymore, and then you jump on the next wave. And like, to me, there's no way I could be having fun with that. Like, and I think I agree 100% with like Ty doesn't feel the value in not having fun and doing the thing that he's doing, right? He's doing this as a hobby, as something to really, you know, put himself out there in a way that expresses him, right? And having fun while doing it. If we're not expressing who we are whenever we're doing the things that we love to do, then why are we doing it in the first place? We probably don't love it. And so it really sucks because, you know, I all the time, like if I go into a larger streamer's chat, I don't even bother participating in chat. Why would I? Like, they're not going to read it, they're not going to respond to it. And it sucks really bad because like you can tell the people who are passionate about it and the people who are just doing it for a job. I can bring another example of a Twitch streamer that you may or may not have heard of. I likely think that you probably haven't. there's a streamer named Claudio Sanchez. He's also the lead singer of Coheed and Cambria,
Right,
my favorite
Cambria.
band.
Oh, no kidding.
So Claudio Sanchez streams like multiple times a week when he's not touring, and his stream numbers are so low compared to what you would think. Like, he might hit 200 to 300 viewers, maybe 400 viewers, but boy, the chat, like, if I say something in chat, he responds to me. Like, that's huge. Like, even with that many, viewers, all the chats going on, like, he's got it, like, he's not even in slow mode. He's literally just scrolling down the chat list, talking to people as he sees their chats. And if it's like a chat that deserves an acknowledgement, like a question or like participating in the chat, and he sees an interest in that, then he does respond to it. And I just think that that's awesome, because you just don't see that, right? Like, you don't see that in a bigger streamer, and you can tell he loves it. He's, not only does he say that he loves it, he's a huge gamer, so he loves, I'm not one for battle royales, so I don't tune into him as much as I would love to, because he loves playing Fortnite. Like, and he just plays Fortnite, has some fun. He's got short streams. It's, normally like an hour, maybe 2 hours long, and it's cool, but it's cool because he responds to you, and you just don't see that in big streamers. Why does he respond to people? Because he cares, like, because it's not his job. His job is something totally different, and he's doing it as a way to express himself. So,
Right there.
That makes pretty much sense. Alright, before I say anything else, anyone else has anything to add? Because Dustin has a question, or Gratchison. And I don't know, I've never experienced this, but he has like a question about being a FPS player, and I don't know how many of you guys are, but electronic headaches begin after very long sessions. Is that a general, like, you're staring at a screen that's flashing and lights at you? Like, has anyone felt that after playing a while? Like, I've only felt that probably maybe after drinking for a bit, like the flashing of Modern Warfare 2 and the white flashes from those flash stun grenades. Like, literally my eyes were like, what is going on? Because it's so bright. But I don't know if anyone else has said that kind of situation. I don't think I have. And Jamie said about he has a really comfy headset and a curved monitor, so he doesn't really see
I
that
was
issue.
I was gonna say I have a lot to say about that. Like, if you're gonna be playing hours on end in any FPS, BR or whatever team deathmatch, because I play a lot of shooters, or a lot of time on shooters. It's totally worth it to invest in say, like, I would say like a good monitor, so one that, for instance, I guess I said what I said here in chat, but I have a moment here where, like, if I go back to my PlayStation, my PS4, and play, like on my TV, I can see all the dots and my eyes die, and I cannot express enough. Like, it depends on, as there's a lot that goes into this, and I won't talk too much on it, but so if we're playing a game like Genshin, right, you want all the details up. It's a gorgeous place. The characters are designed well. The story is great, depending on who you ask.
So good. It's so good.
Depending on who you ask, yeah. But, like, so a lot of times when we play a first-person shooter, especially competitively, for hours on end, you have most of your details set on low, including like things like flash grenades, like in COD. You don't want any of that animation going overload. So I would say look at your settings and things like that. Turn everything down except for like character model to medium is usually how I play my FPS games, and play with a nice monitor. Mine's curved. It was supposed to be nice on my eyes, and I haven't had a headache yet. So I think that's the way to play, and play with a nice headset so that it doesn't hurt your ears. Look at these pads. These pads are thick.
I also think, as far as monitors a huge thing. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like the bright light flashing at you, we don't want to turn our brightness down too much, but again, that's a setting that you may want to deal with.
For sure.
And if you want that brightness, blue light glasses, they do help eye fatigue, and I know some people think they're snake oil, whatever. Like, I'm a big proponent for them because I don't have a curved monitor and I don't get headaches, and blue light glasses have helped that, especially whenever I played FPS in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Venus, I haven't heard from you. Any opinions on this, or not really?
I don't play FPS.
But do you get headaches?
She plays
No,
Genshin.
wait, time out though. Wait,
Oh.
I do have a thing to say here. A test for
Oh dear.
I know. Wait, you don't play FPS, but I have seen you many times play. What's the game with the Greek gods and things?
Hades?
Hades. That's a pretty flashy game. It's not FPS, but there's a lot of stuff going on in that game.
I wouldn't really consider it flashy, but whenever I play Hades, I don't use headphones. I have to sit a ways back from the TV because I won't play it on like my normal monitor, because my monitor is a TV. But I sit really close to it when I'm playing at my desk, which is like if I'm playing on my PlayStation or on my PC. So I play Hades in my living room, and I have to sit like 20 feet back.
Mm.
Wow.
Because I'll either miss a lot of details or I will get a headache. So distance from your
Come on
monitor is
now.
also something to take into consideration.
It's true.
I agree, but we're talking about FPS games a lot. What about the load screens on Genshin? That's a flashbang every time, right?
No,
It is.
I play with my lights on. It doesn't really affect me.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
I don't
You're
play
just- you're
games
just
in the
different.
dark. My
I don't
eyes
either.
are bad as is.
Alright.
I
That is
also
fair.
don't-
You're not supposed to play with your games in the dark.
Nuka
That's true.
hates that I have lights on all the time.
Oh, I
at the
used to do it
house.
all the time because I've
You
always
also
been
don't
like
horror.
Yeah, I don't like horror games. But I'm a very like nocturnal person. Like at this point, I wake up at like 6 p.m. and I stay awake until 9 p.m. Like I am completely nocturnal at this point. And I have always been this way. Like even as a kid, it was easier to stay up during the night than it was during the day. And so I would stay up during the night when I didn't have school. So like weekends or summer or whatever. And I can remember like sitting at the family computer playing whatever game, usually The Sims, until like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I hear my mom getting up and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta pretend to be asleep, and it's dark, and I just turn off the monitor, and then I just gotta wait.
I've never heard someone put into words the epitome of what gaming in the quiet of the night to a chill game is, and that is exactly it.
Yeah,
It is so peaceful.
You sit there and you play, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
It's like
Right.
playing Genshin during a podcast.
It's exactly what it's like, because I am vibing.
We're
That's
helping these
fine.
kids.
I wasn't,
in
but
high
if
school.
I was totally not. But if Venus is doing it, I can't not.
I can't.
mean-
Well, the only person on camera is Jamie, so I can see what he's doing right now. So you guys are
Mhm.
fine. As long as you still answer me and don't ignore me, then that's fine. But,
Right?
Oh yeah, I can multitask. We're good.
There you go. All right. So in
What's
terms of
up?
just kind of, gosh, dang it, Tim. Just to. just
So what's
to,
happening again?
Just to progress. AMAs. So Jamie, I know it's a lot of pressure to ask 5 different AMAs, but we haven't talked to you as much, and we're not to know you as much. So, what would you want to know? You can ask. Let's start with Venus. What would you ask Venus? Ask
Is
her
this a
anything.
hate? Am I being hazed right now?
No.
No,
we did
you're allowed
that
to ask
last
whatever
time.
you
You're
want.
hazing us.
No,
Yeah.
you are
Yeah.
hating us.
Yeah, you're hazing us. You're asking whatever you want to know.
We aren't asking you. You're asking us.
I want to be
Yeah.
serious, but all I can think of right now is one sec. Let it come to me.
All I can think of is this one thing that I can't think of.
It's what is the average velocity of a what's someone help me?
Of a
Of a
North
child
American
falling from
swallow?
the sky?
Yes, thank you.
North African swallow?
What?
North African swallow.
Uh,
Monty
no.
Python.
What is your favorite color?
Oh.
Green. No. All right. Let's see. I actually might ask then a Genshin question. As someone who I hate to say this, God, I feel like right now, like I'm confessing
Don't worry.
to my mom
Eventually, the
something and I'm
Genshin
gonna hear
segment will
disappointed.
come up.
It will.
It will.
So-
It happens without fail for me on purpose.
So here's the thing for me, okay?
Mhm.
I know that we have a great Genshin crowd here. How do you feel about the game? I know you love it, but like I know that there's also like in terms of how do you feel about their timeliness of getting new story and content out? And is
feel
the
like-
content worth it? Yeah.
It really varies, though, is the thing, is because, like, if you're getting a super major update, it's gonna take longer. Like, we waited a while to get Sumeru, just like we waited a while to get Inazuma. And it just makes sense. They have to design an entire land, they have to design all the characters and NPCs and everything. And so I don't really mind waiting for, like, really big updates.
Sure.
And it's not like they don't put out content for us in the meantime. They still do events like weekly, if not monthly, and they still make sure that like we're able to get enough gems to pull for most of the characters that we want.
That's for sure. If you can call them events.
That's true, yeah. Some of them aren't, and it's just like, oh, here's this thing to like go talk to this character like 3 times and you're done.
Here, go and do this domain.
But then there's
type
also
thing.
ones that are like the Iridori Festival and the Mondstadt festivals and the Moonlight
Some of
festivals.
them are amazing. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes they put in like real effort and you can tell about the care that they put into it. Like
I mean,
exploring Sumeru with the last event was fantastic. You get to like take a look at all of the different creatures that you probably wouldn't really think about otherwise.
Are we just turning this into the Genshin segment?
I'm
I
always
just-
ready
so
to turn it
excited.
into the
It
Genshin
might be.
segment.
Genshin is, it's a beautiful
only
game.
ask
It's a
because,
beautiful
this
game.
This is not my ask me anything question, but I'm like ready to answer. Like,
Alright, go ahead.
Go ahead, come on.
hold on, I got pause Genshin here. So
Hey, Purpose, can I interrupt for a second?
yes.
You have brooding teen Zhao, yeah?
Yes,
That's
yes,
why,
he's
yes.
on screen
Okay.
right now.
That's right.
He's on my team right now.
This is absolutely not personal, but I hate you for that, and I want that
Why?
character.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
What?
my second oldest daughter's the same way. Venus already has Shell, but the
Yeah.
other oldest daughter,
There's a scream connected to
Oh, this is
Ty's
the origin of the
chat.
screen? Oh my god. no,
Yeah,
don't do it.
that's
Don't
the
do it.
origin of the scream in
So,
Ty's chat.
so if it
Oh
if it
my.
makes you feel any worse, Jamie,
Okay.
you know they did the whole like story of your journey type thing they put out.
Okay.
And so I'm reading through my story and I'm like, well, so it says that you did whatever the big thing was that I did on the day that I came back to the game, because I made an account like a year ago. So like my journey, my quote start wasn't really my start because I didn't actually play the game, but I came back. I came back the day before my birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went pretty hard on it. Like I played on my birthday and the day before my birthday pretty hard, and the day after my birthday I played pretty hard, and that was also June the 8th. And that was the day that they launched the rerun banner for Zhao. So my first day actually playing the game, I got Zhao.
You
So
gotta be
I've
the
literally,
luckiest person ever.
I literally
Oh, wow.
have never not had him in my party, and
Oh,
like I've
no.
talked about this with Venus and her Discord, where it's like I almost take it for granted. Like my kids
You
are
do.
like, I'm having such a hard time with X fight, or I'm having such a hard time with
Yo,
this
at the beginning
thing.
of the podcast, you know the new boss that's in the pyramid in the
I
desert?
haven't played any of the new content yet.
There's a
have
new
not
there's a new
either.
boss over there. I almost like one cycled him with Xiao's burst.
Yeah, like my
Wow.
kids are like
Wow.
they're like Dad, how did you beat X boss? And I'm like, well, I
You
hit
shall.
Q, and then I hit the space bar, and then I hit the left click, and then space bar and left click, and space bar and left click.
Okay, use
and
this
space bar and
rocket
left
of a
click.
man.
And they're like, and like, so my oldest daughter, the 3.0 update day, I had class, and so I had work straight to class, so I didn't have time to do my dailies or anything. And I'm like, I have to burn my resin and I have to do my dailies, and I have no time to do it. And like, I came in to my house after work, I was getting ready to get in the shower, and I'm like, hey, thing one, come over here real quick. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I'm like, just use Shao and like just decimate all. All you gotta do is hit Q. I'm like, and whenever your Q's not up, just swap to Kazuha, and he's a good battery. So just like swap to him, hit your E, and then go back to Shao, and he'll get his burst back like really fast. Just hit E a couple times occasionally. You'll have your burst back within a couple seconds. And she's just like, I came home from school that night, and she goes, Dad, you cheat. And I go, what do you mean I cheat? And she goes,
It does feel like cheating.
she goes, your account is so easy to play. I don't even know how to play this character.
He's broken.
And all I have to do is just press jump and smash over and
He's
over.
broken. I was at
He's
my
busted.
brother's earlier, and my nephews are also like obsessed with Genshin, and they're not like as good at like building characters and whatnot as I am, and they don't usually take the time to build them either. So when I go over there, sometimes they'll be like, hey, can you take a look at my characters? So that's what happened today. So I was looking at their characters, and I was like, oh no, sweetheart.
Uh-huh.
And one of them has been playing for like only a couple of months, like since Ito Banner, I think. And you know, so he's not got everything unlocked, and he hasn't been able to like level up all of his characters. And so I was just kind of sitting there, and I was like, all right, well, do you want me to do something for you? And he was like, can you go fight Dvalin for me this week? And I did, and he didn't expect it to take like 5 to 10 minutes. They usually spend like half an hour on these bosses. And I'm just like, I can work with what characters you have.
Right. So I also, this week was the first time that I had tried, like, I haven't played co-op in this game at all. Outside of the day that we all were like running around with Ty. Like that was
Right.
my first actual real co-op experience.
Poor Ty.
So this week
Poor
So
Ty.
this week, yeah. So this week, my daughters were like, Dad, we need help with these bosses. And I'm like, well, they're world level 5. Like, I can just bring Xiao. Like, I'm like, I can just bring Xiao and it should be pretty alright. Dude, they amped those bosses up quite a bit. You can't single man carry that. Like, I was like,
Oh, wow.
oh,
Interesting.
geez, this is not cool. Like, that we were trying to fight Child, and like, I was just like, I think that it would have been much easier. And I told them, I'm like, you guys just need to do this fight over and over, because like, one of you is playing Barbara, and Barbara dies like so easily because of the, like, you guys don't play her often, and you're not hitting your E on time. You're not, you know, they're kids, like they're not like a professional team of Genshin
Yeah,
players.
they're not sitting
So-
there thinking
Yeah.
about the best case scenario. They're like, oh yeah,
Right.
this seems like it would work.
And so I'm playing Xiao, who, you know, does need healing.
Yeah,
like,
hurts himself.
it hurts himself, and so it's not, you know, I can't discount how much damage you actually deal to yourself. I don't normally notice it because my team's crafted in a way where I don't notice it, right? But
Yeah.
so we're like fighting child, and they're just like, I'll be in my menu trying to heal myself because no one has a heal up, and like all of a sudden I'll just die, and I'm like, what happened? Like, but the reality is that they yell, he's using the whale, like, and the whale just drops on me.
The
But
whale is
the
terrible.
whale does hurt.
The
The
whale
whale hurts
hurts.
real bad. And
Oh, wow.
and I'm just like, why didn't you tell me that he's using the whale? They're like, we did. And I'm like, yeah, as it was falling on top of me. Like,
Yeah, you have to move
there's
right
a,
away.
I'm like, there's
You
a
gotta get
whole
to the sides
animation.
as fast as possible.
Yeah, I'm like, he moves to the very side of the arena, like the whole screen turns blue, and then suddenly there's a whale coming up, and you're telling me about a half second before it's hitting me. Like, what is going on? Like, and I mean, you know, maybe I'm a little hard on them, but it's like, you guys haven't actually played the fight, so you're not like calling out what he's doing because you don't know what he's doing. You're just expecting me to carry it. I'm just like,
You're just seeing things happen, and you're like, oh wait,
Yeah.
no, there's a whale.
yeah, all of a sudden there's a whale. I'm in a menu and I'm dead. Like, ah.
That whale is like one shot too. It's pretty wild.
Sometimes, yeah.
Almost any
But-
character.
Yeah.
But back to what I was initially going to say
Mhm.
about the whole
We've gotten
the
very
story.
sidetracked.
Yeah, we're way off target. Okay,
Say it's not so with us. on
Moderator
Genshin.
allowed it. Moderator allowed it.
So
I can only talk over so many people. Go ahead.
so the story events, whatnot, there are very much some events that are just like, oh, go to this domain, do this fight, try out these characters, whatever. And those events are very whatever. If they were larger events, I'd be excited about them. I just do them because they give me like the materials and the primos, right? But then you have like Vina said, the larger little events where like, for example, the official one that they just did, the
Archipelago.
that one, dude.
The Archipelago is always crazy.
That was so good, and
Because that's the second time they've done the Archipelago. They usually do it
Right.
before they release a new nation.
Mhm.
so for me, I've played quite a few free-to-play games in the past. And I feel that while I understand the frustration of players who have been playing the game from the start, right? You guys have done everything. You have everything unlocked. Whenever a new area comes out, it probably takes you like a week, maybe 2 weeks to completely explore and finish everything if you're, you know, just pushing into it. But at the same time, like, I feel like this game gets so much more content than many other free to play games out there. I feel
Yeah,
that-
definitely.
and the care with
Because they don't give you downtime. Like, they kind of do, but they don't.
right, and
They're
so,
like, you don't have to do this, but it's there.
so like I said, I totally understand from the day one players or the first year players where they have everything done, like where it can get frustrating because you're waiting like multiple, you know, a month, 2 months between releases where it's got a meaningful content to it. But the reality is it's actually pretty. Like I said, it's got a lot for a free to play game, and I'm wildly I'm over the moon for it because um I enjoy the story, I enjoy the characters. Like freaking Venus talked me into pulling on Razor 2 Point Bro. Like I
Put
was
in
not
50
planning
polls,
on
and
it.
I'm so worried.
Like I'm currently 20 pulls in. I literally just hit Ganyu. I'm so excited for Ganyu, but man, I played that
He
trial
plays so
of
nice.
Senno, and he
I'm so
plays
mad.
like
No,
oh
it's
my
fine.
gosh.
He didn't need
He's
to play
like
this
buttery
nice.
smooth. Like I had no intention of pulling on this character, and I'm like, ah. And then Venus is like, well, if you lose a 50-50, then you're guaranteed Kusanali when she releases. I'm like,
Oh my.
damn it, now I have to pull on him. Like, oh,
That's how they get ya.
That's how
yeah, I
they get you.
know.
Uh-huh.
And
What?
as far as free to play, pay to play, I don't know how you guys define like how you define are you a free to play player or not. My daughter has officially branded me as no longer free to play. I still feel that I'm one of those tweeners, you know.
You're a micro whale.
Not even close to a whale. Like I am I buy the battle pass, the $10 battle pass, and I buy the Welcome Moon. Like that's it.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
most I do, and I don't even
Yeah.
do those constantly.
Like I would say that, like, in my opinion, whether or not you are free to play more hinges on
Whether you buy
crystals.
gems. Yeah.
Am I buying crystals for gems to wish on characters? And I won't do it.
Yeah.
I think that Welcome Moon is a great value, so I can't see passing $5 for the 3,000 gems, but which I don't even use. Like I actually stock the crystals, because the Genesis crystals, because I kind of would like to save for outfits, because I think that those are cool, but I'm not gonna buy those either. Even though, and again, this is something where my kid is just like if you bought the D-Luke outfit, then you're no longer free to play. I'm like, bullshit. No, like if I buy the Genesis crystals and the intent is not for for character pools, it's literally for an outfit. I don't think that like I don't see there's a problem with that at all. Like if I want to spend $30 to get an outfit, then oh well. I mean, I'm not going to do that. That's why
I hate that it's $30.
Yeah, I know. Like
I hate
is
that it's $30.
I was gonna say, actually, do you
It's
mind,
so-
Ty, if I choose my next question for my next guest?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Sing.
We're not even changing topic.
It's not, but it is really interesting because because now we're on Genshin, and it won't all be Genshin probably.
We can stay here for a
because
while.
I have
Oh
a
my
different
God.
question. I have a
They
different
can't
question.
get mad at you. You're the guest.
Listen, this is I have a different question for Tim, and it's absolutely not it's not Genshin related, but for Purpose,
I was
being that Purpose has just said what they said, and I'm like devil's advocate kind of person. For our folks that play Genshin, are we aware of? Let me rephrase this. Sorry. Given what we just said about skins and $30 and whatnot, because it is $30 to get a skin. These skins we're talking about that are fancy and under
unless
much
they just
critique.
came out. And
Unless
if they
you
just
can get
came
them free
out,
for the
they're like,
event, yeah.
no. Like Deluxe is way more, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because
Wow.
it's
Yeah,
on
so-
sale
so
whenever
D-
it first comes
Deluxe,
out.
yeah, when like Deluxe right now costs 2,500 Genesis crystals, which if you're not using the top off, that would be $50 to be able. Well, that's if you didn't, like. I guess you could do You could get it for $45
Mhm.
if you bought the $20 and the $15 crystal packs.
Wild. So here's my thing. Because of what was just said, a lot of people have come out, though the game is very beautiful, and I personally love the game. I haven't played it in a bit because I'm a little steamed about it. I tend to think that Genshin Hoyoverse,
Oh no.
you know, can be a little stingy with
Jamie,
their
come
prices.
back.
Uh-oh,
Oh,
am I here?
absolutely.
You're
Uh-oh.
back. You're back.
Oh,
I'm back.
We didn't hear any of the question.
Okay, I'll
Oh.
I'll summarize here. Synopsis. So there's been much criticism from the Genshin fan base, not from the folks on this chat here, this stream, but a lot of people have said, you know, Genshin has been a little stingy for the prices. For instance, in a comparable game, a different game, it's open world. It is Black Desert Online. They have $30 skins, but like the detail is like immaculate, like lifelike kind of details, top notch. Whereas Genshin has received a lot of criticism for, like, for instance, not Ningguang, who's
Jin?
Ningguang's staff? No,
teaching?
but Jin too, yeah. Kiching and Jin's rework outfits have been kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
As well as the anniversary gift, if you remember the year anniversary
Yeah,
gift.
that.
It got so bad that people were literally on Google Play, where you can get games right, on different games and saying this game was terrible because Hoyoverse ruined it. Like they were, like the fan base was getting that like toxic.
Yeah, they were being toxic.
What do we think? What do we think about that? Still defend the game? Or nay purpose. Do you think maybe they could make some changes or what are your thoughts?
So to be clear, I want some of the skins, and I will save my crystals from the Welkin Moon. But to be clear, I feel like I got Jean yesterday, and I have Jean's outfit from the one thing.
Yeah.
My kids couldn't tell the difference. Like, it's a completely different outfit. No one could tell the difference in the house. That it was just like the one little bitty portion of the blouse or whatever you call that thing.
Well,
Like,
those are. I don't count those because you don't have to buy them.
Well, sure. Like
you do if
just,
you miss the event.
He's not talking about event skin though. Because the event skin is very different.
Yeah.
It's like the Dandelion Breeze.
Yeah.
Like the event skin is very different from her base skin, but what he's talking about is like the reskin efforts that they did. Yeah, for like Rosaria and Jean. And like they just changed him up a little bit. Like I don't think those really count.
I would even say, like, is Fischl's outfit different? Yes, but like it's not like drastically different. Like, I guess it's definitely a different outfit, but like I just feel that a lot of these are like I do criticize them very much so, like, because I think that they could do way better for like I think Ningguang probably has, in my opinion, like Ningguang and maybe Barbara like have the like my two favorite outfits as far as what's been released. I do like Diluc's outfit a whole lot, but like there's no way I'm paying $45 for that outfit.
Not a chance.
So yeah, like don't get me wrong, like I do, like, in my opinion, I love in any game having alternate outfit choices. Do I feel that Genshin is doing their due diligence whenever it comes to like doing it right? No, I actually think that they should have way more skins than they do have. And the skins that they do have,
it's not hard to design like reskins. They probably do it for fun, and then they're like, "Hey, look at what I made!" And it's like we could profit off of that.
Right? Like, So I don't know, like I don't want to be like my words to be confused because I say that I'm saving for a costume, because I will say that those alternate outfits are, in my opinion, very underwhelming in most cases.
Yeah.
I agree with that criticism.
Yeah, I think I feel with you. My heart is with the game, but like some of the things just that's why I've gone away from the game a bit, because it's like, come on,
There
we're
are
in this
definitely
game
some
for the
improvements that could
lore,
be
for the
made, for
skin,
sure.
you know?
Yeah, there's
Ah,
always improvements that can
for
be
sure.
made, but like I feel like MiHoYo does really well balancing
Mhm.
all things considered, but the Genshin fan base is just so
They can be a little,
passionate.
yeah, they can be a little edgy for sure.
Yeah, like the Genshin fan base is just very, like a part of us is intertwined with this game. I feel like for most people, and so they're like, I want you to treat this game right, even though I'm not the one that's making it. I'm just playing it.
So
I think
And at that point, I
question
feel like
here-
it gets really toxic, and I don't talk to those people.
We're really off topic, but my real question here is, when is Tim actually going to experience this game?
That's a good
What the heck?
question.
That's a good question.
Not the gas.
The gas, I see.
I added it to the wheel and it's actually been hit
Yeah.
before, and we.
Well,
we
it kept
chose
getting
not to
hit
do it.
at like maybe
It kept
30
getting hit.
minutes. 30 minutes
Yeah,
from the end
yeah.
of stream or something, where it's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get to like, I don't know, 10% of a tutorial or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
That's true.
Uh,
Prologue.
I mean, the prologue itself is very long, but it's
Oh my
basically
gosh,
an
Ty
entire
hated it.
chapter, though, is the thing.
Oh,
It's just an entire chapter. Yeah, most people are like, oh,
Over.
prologue, it's gonna be like 5 to 10 minutes. And it's like, no, this is like, it was like 50% of the game when the game first came out.
Right.
Because I don't remember having leeway whenever the game first came out. I think it was just Mondstadt.
Yeah, it was.
Answer the question,
Yeah.
Tim.
Tim was like, I'm not answering. No comments.
He's like,
in
was like,
fairness,
keep talking,
I'm only bound to the ask me anything from Jamie. What?
Yeah.
No, I'll wait for a question on that.
I'll wait for a question on that.
Oh,
Let's see.
it's yeah. So
It's
we
alright,
already
if
sort
you
of
have
touched on it.
questions, you can still ask.
Well, we touched on it earlier with the strain burnout and like doing it as a hobby just for fun, and I ride the line right between those two. And I guess I have, like, my work personally has been getting a bit more busy the last 2-3 weeks. I'm also now taking pills that are changing my body and worrying about that. And now I have my whole tooth thing. It's like,
So don't play it on
it's
stream.
hard. It is hard to balance a lot of it.
Sure.
Like, all of this is happening right when, what was it? I stream Monday, Sarah streamed Tuesday, I streamed Wednesday and Thursday. I'm here now. I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm joining Ty Sunday, and then I'm streaming Monday. Sarah's on Tuesday, and then I think Wednesday is the first time that there's just nothing happening in this house. So it's important to me to keep the fun of it, and for now, it's I have to go with whatever I'm hyperfixated on until I can get back to the point where I can throw myself at new stuff and feel like I can bring something to it on stream. Because on my channel, I have the whole game wheel thing where everyone spins everything. Purpose sort of alluded to that, but there's a redeem to like add stuff to it. He put Genshin on it, and we switch games. We spun the wheel to switch the games. It landed on Genshin with 30 minutes left in the stream. We're like, well, no, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Ty spun the wheel a stream or two after that. It landed on Genshin first in the first like 2 minutes, and then I realized I didn't have it downloaded or anything. I don't know how long the download was, so I skipped it.
You did.
It said about reading it,
Pro
but I forgot
move.
that. So
That's what I'm talking about.
the wheel had like 14 things on it at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure what are the odds that
What are
it
the
lands
odds?
on it
That's a lot
and
to
that it's
keep up
not
with.
really fucking great.
I love it.
Hey Tim,
But yeah,
your odds are 1 divided by 14. That's 7% right there. Jeez, almost 1 in 10
Ah.
times.
Well,
Yeah.
not exactly. See, the odds of it happening are exactly 100% when you don't want it to happen. So,
Exactly.
True.
That's
It's just
correct.
like pulling for a character and you get a
That-
Mona.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm, I see.
Or a
Fucking
Jean when you're
Mona.
going for Yamiko. Yeah.
Yo, look, I've
Yeah, I
gotten Jean
understand all
3
these things you're
times
saying.
now.
Oh,
So
dang.
tired of getting Jean.
Yeah. Stinking Jean.
Um,
Time for Tim's question.
oh.
The
Alright,
Genshin
or no.
segment is finally ending
The
for
real Genshin
I
now.
managed to get another drink during purposes question.
We'll come back.
No one
Yeah, we'll
noticed.
come back to it.
We'll come back to it.
There's 3 of us now. We're stronger.
So, who played that?
That was Ty.
Alright, so Jamie,
I'm
shoot.
dying. All right. Question for Tim. My thing for Tim, I've seen your stream several times here, and you are very God, what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, this is a terrifying pause.
Beautiful.
I know. I know it.
Oh, boy.
No,
Glad my question
yeah,
was only about Genshin.
I know, right? No, Tim's very sincere. I feel you come across that way on your streams, and you are not afraid to have fun on your stream, and I think that's a great thing. It's a great quality. It's the for me, my question is, you have your daily job, you have your stuff going on, right, in your life, behind the scenes of the stream. How I'm a person who does not like to get shot by a Nerf gun. How do you get onto the stream and get pumped? Because it is getting pumped, and you all know this, for those of you who stream, getting pumped and excited is essential to the stream. How do you get excited when you're getting shot by a Nerf gun?
Well, I learned from a very young age by my terrible father, I say this jokingly, to throw yourself under the bus for the joke.
Right there. Yeah.
So as long as I think it's going to make someone laugh more than it's going to bother me, it's fine.
Fair enough.
But I haven't done the Nerf darts for a bit because it got to a point where like
People
I got
start
shot.
spamming it. Yeah.
Well, so the reason the Nerf darts are coming back is because now I'm actually like wearing bras because I have piercings there. I got shot in the piercing like
Ouch.
3 consecutive times.
Look,
And
I
it
love
just
shooting
bled.
him in the nipple.
It just bled. So like it was at a point where I'm like, okay, literally stop.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Stop doing it. And it's like
Like-
I love my wife, but her aim is it is true,
I-
but not where I
on.
want it to be.
I'm just saying.
Never where she
I
wants
was
it to
not.
be either.
I was not being made aware that it was hurting as much as it was. So every chance I got, I was shooting him in the nipple. Okay.
Well, it was before I got the auto one. Because once I got the auto one, then it doesn't matter that she couldn't hit the target because she could adjust as it's happening. But she's also standing close, and it's like stronger than the other gun.
Yeah.
So it's just like it is suddenly like I'm getting hit way faster, way more accurately. All of a sudden, I was like, okay, this sucks. I'm putting this on hold.
I always
also-
felt so bad. I was like,
okay?
I couldn't redeem that because I was like, I can't have him shoot himself.
Yeah.
I always redeem butt cheek. Is that okay though?
Well, it's hard to get on camera, so I feel like nobody laughs, and I'm just shooting myself contorted in the butt for no reason.
Oh,
Well, I guess it should
What
specify
makes us
someone I
laugh?
can show on camera.
Yeah, this is love. Yeah, exactly. Oh, does that answer
Right
the
there.
question? We all got so quiet. So, Oh, you
That
wanna
was pretty good,
continue?
yeah.
Well, you have one more person since you want to wrap it up then.
Oh wait, let's see here. I have to ask you, Ty, a question.
Ty.
Yes.
Oh my God, jeez, here I am. I'm just going around the room. Totally forgot about the host. Jeez.
Exactly.
Because he's so quiet.
Ty
Well,
is
it's the
just.
Genshin segment. Always quiet during the Genshin segment.
Mhm. First off, my apologies, Ty. That Genshin segment, we were just brutal. We were like, Ty, you got to come over here. Ty, Ty.
No.
We did terrible.
Stream. Yeah.
We didn't
I
do
will say-
terrible.
Ty.
We were
No.
we were great Sherpas.
Purpose and
You
Dark,
were.
we owe
I didn't
Ty an
die.
apology. We owe Ty an apology.
I will apologize for nothing.
No.
This is
That's my
exactly
dad.
how
I'm
you-
allowed to be mean to him.
Mhm.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
exactly
true.
how
Very
you
true.
play Genshin. It's exactly how we were playing it. You come here, you do what I say.
Yeah, that's how the plot treats you.
Yeah, apparently.
Right
The
there.
plot is just
For
like,
sure.
you come over here and you do this thing right now.
Exactly.
I was having
exactly.
the enjoyable fun of saying, "Go, my minions, go!" and you guys could just wreck everyone and just stand back and like, "I was here."
It's true. It was a lot of fun.
I was here.
That's what Purpose wanted Thing 1 and Thing 2 to not do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do have a question for Ty, and pull out your handkerchiefs, okay? This might get sentimental, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So in my time in streaming, I'm sure you all can attest to this. You see people who are boosters or whatever. Booster being someone who is just really a networker, kind of like not really a bot, but a person who like it's kind of
Raises
like a
others
pyramid
up.
scheme, right? Yeah, it's almost like a pyramid scheme. Like
Ooh,
they
Favorite scheme. Okay.
you know, I know I'm a suspenseful person and I like creating drama and things. This is gonna go wholesome, trust me.
Okay.
But so I've seen these folks and I've definitely checked it out because I'm a person who likes to, you know, is the water wet? I don't know. Let's jump into it, kind of person. Yes, it is. So I've seen kind of like some of these folks who boost. You know, they'll stream for like an hour or something. They've got like several hundred to 1,000 viewers or whatever, and it seems like, you know, they work on folks who stream and whatnot, like who want to grow their stream, like it's follow for follow kind of stuff and whatnot. And so that leads me to my question for Ty here today. I think I've said this before, but Ty is just genuine as a person who supports people, and I think knows people. I came to this community, I think actually through Funky Town, and then I met Ty and crew, and it's been just a great experience, to be honest. And I guess my question for Ty is, you know, I guess what goes through the mind of someone who has, you have like 5 degrees, right? I think as I've heard, something like that, or is that just
4? At least 4. Yeah, 4.
4 degrees? See, he's gone through so many. He's probably got 10, but his brain is burnt
He's
out.
humble.
Wait, hold on.
Humble.
Are we talking about degrees to Kevin Bacon or
No,
like
not
collegiate educational,
collegiate
just
educational degrees. Yeah.
coarse brain stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Real world
Anyway.
things.
Anyway, yeah.
Wow.
So my question is to Ty, you know, is how do you get to be Ty? You know, you do some
How do you get to be
arguably.
Ty?
How do you get to be? You know, like because
Life
Like,
advice segment.
I know, right? You do this for fun, and I know that.
Yeah.
You know, but like I enjoy being around all these folks here, but like admittedly, like, you know, I've missed some of you know, a lot of some of these folks that are in this very stream, you know,
Purpose especially.
their streams and
Purpose.
stuff, you know.
Yeah, no one ever knows who that guy is.
No,
Like,
and yet he's
geez.
the most
Purpose.
popular of us
But-
all.
You know,
Yes, he is
but
popular.
but
hey,
Ty
hey,
shows
I
up.
streamed once.
Oh, you did
I
stream
streamed
for
once,
stream
it's not-
purpose. Yeah.
On not your channel.
But
You were
but,
present
you know,
during a stream once.
you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, it takes a lot of effort, and you have a job on top, like a lot of people do. But you show you're a supportive person, and you have a real nice, like, people consider you, you know, like the father of whatever, and as a like a literal parent in life, a father, that takes doing and showing up, and that's not always easy every day. So.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just think it's me as a person. I'm a Cancer, so I get like all emotional about stuff like this.
Wow.
Someone give me an Emmy. No, I also use comedy to as a therapy. Anyway, I'm genuinely impressed day in day out, and I don't think anyone here would say, you know, it's always a pleasure, right? It's always a pleasure to be around Ty. So that's what I guess my question for Ty is, you know, how do you go about every
How do I
day?
do
You
it?
know, yeah, you
man.
got a great outlook on life, you know.
Well, I'm at. How do I explain this? So I'm old, older than all of you. I'm just
Yay,
saying,
old club.
I'm like, famous.
We'll catch up
But,
soon.
but
Yeah.
catch up soon, exactly. But I think it just my perspective is like I took me a while to get to where I am. My job is pretty manageable, and in terms of like time and everything, I have enough time to like do streaming on the side and not like be also burned out of it. And also my job also allows me to watch other people during the day, even though I'm also working on said job. In terms of just like how I approach it, it's literally like literally like I made up money. Technically single. I don't have kids to support. I live with my mom, which is my dad passed like many years ago, so I'm just with my mom. To get stuff like, you know, just to be here. And just like in terms of just like I support my friends, like people that are doing the same thing as I am. And it's literally like it's very intricate, like how I met every single person. Like we stumbled on each other from somewhere or someone else or someone else. Like it is 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Like I think I met someone. I think T-Bar I probably met from Venus and Tim through T-Bar, because T-Bar I was usually in his streams. I met you through Funky, so when you were in Apex, I came over to see what you were doing there. I met Nuka through Discord network, so like, and I think just like meeting people is like what kind of like pushed me to kind of be more out there online, and like that's from like this COVID, because like, you know, being inside, you had no chance to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? So we got on Twitch and started meeting people, and I started meeting people I would never like. I can judge every single one of you guys. I probably would never have crossed paths if for not for being on Twitch or being online or talking to you guys or coming to your chats and seeing what's going on. And like,
Yeah, I'm in AI, so
you're an AI. Yeah, I have no idea who actually exists. That's very true. I've seen Peppers, I've seen Tim, I've seen Jamie, but I've never seen Venus in person to know. But yeah, just in terms of that,
I come to
just,
Florida.
like,
and what a time to come to Florida.
what a time to come to Florida, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
fix
hurricane
it before I
season,
get there.
guys. Look, I don't have control of the weather.
Figure it out.
Look, I'll protect you if you come here, but I'm not stopping it.
Oh, there you go. I don't know where she lives though, so I can probably do that. That's very true. But just in terms of that, just the outlook is like, I like supporting people, and like the way I do it is through subs, through bits, through chatting people up, through
Conducting a single person training.
Seriously.
I can do that.
That's what Ty is best at.
Well, I didn't figure out my alternate account. I was like, my alternate account can do that. I'm like, oh snap! I don't have to rely on the third person. But yeah. So like literally, yeah, like I just look at it like, you know, I support you guys and do stuff, and I make enough that I can, you know, it's not a detriment Don't look at my credit card bill for last month though. I just spent a lot of money on other things, and it kind of piled on everything. But in terms of that, I do have enough saved up, so I gotta kind of like curb back slightly. But you never know me. If you say something to me, like someone tells me to stop doing what you're doing, I'm just gonna keep going on and keep doing it.
Keep on going.
Yeah, forever. It's yeah.
See, that's
And I
that's
think
what I'm
it's,
saying. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, like I think like even people look at that as like, well, is that support? I'm like, yeah, still support. I mean, I know people still value like they're picking up this whole conversation. That would be like a long tangent, but degrees of support, like either you're there, you're participating, you're engaged, or are there you drop some subs because you don't have like life. Sometimes you don't have the time to be there 100%. And then like when you get back to that portion again, maybe they'll come and like, hey, maybe you should just hang out in the stream rather than give me, money for stuff. Then general connection. And then I think going from like person to person, people, you start meeting other people, you start people liking your content, you stay in the stream, and then like, you get to know more people and you get to kind of like branch out and, get to know other people and you never met before and you never met in real life. Which is the thing, like
For sure.
I don't think about Twitch as being like, like I'm just out there streaming myself. I met people that I'm on Twitch that I met people that are my friends. I met people that I met in person. I met people that I share similar interests and things to. And like, where would I do this here if I was not, like putting myself out in the real world and trying to people that way, which is also very much harder than it is to be honest with a lot of people. But yeah, I feel like it's just like my outlook is like I am here. I'm only here for, well, like there's things I'm doing, but like I support people and my people that I actually support some people, small streamers. Not as much the big streamers as much. I do have maybe a subscription to like some big streamers still, but like putting subs, hype trains,
Still out.
keeping people.
Sure.
Wait, was that Tim?
I didn't say sell out. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Definitely not.
Oh, God.
Tim would never.
Tim would never say that. I don't know who that was.
It was the ghost that keeps flickering my fucking lights.
Oh, there you go. But yeah,
I have one of
slap
those.
back.
Yeah.
Dang it.
It's,
But,
it's so annoying.
But in terms of that, does it kind of? I mean, like, I don't know. Like, if I have it, why won't use it? If I don't do it, then like, is there a point? Like, if I was financially strapped, then maybe I'll reconsider. But I'm not. I got to where I am through hard work, through many jobs, to the point where like I have this extra type of income that I can throw in, and I earn money from Twitch doing that sometimes too, and get it back, and then it just goes back to someone else. So it is what it is, like I appreciate people, I appreciate my friends and everything. So hope that answers it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's I asked it because I saw a social media post, and it was interesting to me. I just like people's thoughts. I like people in general and hate them, but the crummy ones. But I really enjoy people who are genuine. And the social media would like it was a post I think on Twitter saying something about y'all spend like tons of time and money supporting people who will never reach out to you. And for me in my life personally, because a similar setting, I'm in my house as well, alone. Don't murder me.
No promises.
Oh,
You're a bot, so I'm not worried.
Have you not seen Terminator?
Oh, that's true. I take back what I said. You know what? According
You're
to my
asking
Instagram,
for it now.
Listen, according to my Instagram, all the bots love me. So, but that's why I asked it, because like I thought of this social media post, and and I think it's genuinely rare to find someone who like will support like local as in digital like community friends, and I think that's cool. So thank you for your answer.
No problem. All right, so in terms of checks, I know some people purpose. Do you have an? Because I said you wanted to knock out possibly early. Are you still good? Or I mean, I don't know if we have a couple more things, and then we can.
I can probably go for about another 30 more minutes.
Okay. And then Tim, how are you feeling?
I'm
over
done
there?
with
How's the
Genshin.
draw?
It's surprisingly good.
Okay.
It
Wait,
still
what?
hurts, but
Oh, still hurts.
Good.
I don't
I know Venus
understand.
is
Why
good.
did you say I'm done with Genshin? What?
no, I said you're not done with Genshin.
Oh, I am not done yet. What makes you think I'm playing Genshin right now?
Oh my.
I thought you started.
Oh,
You said you paused it.
I unpaused it a while ago.
Yeah.
there we go. I know Venus is good. Jamie, how are you feeling? You good?
Oh, I'm feeling real good actually. I am a person
Alright.
who absolutely enjoys conversation.
Oh, well,
I'm a chatty
okay,
Cathy.
You came to the right place. All right,
I really did.
So in terms of that, there's another thing. So we're going through the whole segment. Does anyone have a question for Jamie? I don't have it on top of my head, but you guys
Oh-ho.
are all talking. James, that's a question. I'm going to see. Does everyone have one?
Jamie.
No.
There you go.
What?
Can you show your sword thing?
My sword? Which one? My katana is the
What-
prettiest.
Whatever you think you're gonna have the most fun doing.
I can. It'll take me like a minute to run upstairs though.
Sure. And they'll give time. They'll give Ty time to resize you so it can show a bit better.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
Jesus.
No one
Yeah.
look at my tushy. I know how y'all freaking weirdos look at people when they're walking away.
Ooh.
Don't slap his ass.
Oh. He's walking away. All right, so
I told you I had to go get it.
okay, all right. In terms of that, segue for a minute or so. Let's see. Can you be quick? Venus, is something making you happy this week?
Genshin update.
Okay,
Oh my
well, that's
God.
obvious.
I
I was on your
also,
stream.
I've also
What was that
been like
character?
just. That was Sino, the one we were talking about earlier. His banner is the one that's currently running, and he plays really smooth. And I didn't want to pull on him, but I have to.
No, pickle.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fussy.
Kitty. I see a cattail.
All right.
Here it is. It's got duct tape on the end
Ah.
because I was doing a stupid trick and I broke the sheath, and I'm so sad.
Oh,
But here it is.
all right. Demonstrate some moves. Let's see.
Some moves. What if I would have
If you
busted?
can. If you can.
If I, oh my. Let me see. I definitely don't want to hit my guitar. Okay.
Oh.
Just
We're
say
gonna
I
do
can't
this.
do it.
No, I
Also,
can
had
do
to
it.
worry about the dog before. Was it dog?
A cat, a dog.
There you go. That's as much as I can move. Otherwise, I'm gonna break a
Okay.
light or something
Alright.
in this space.
Hold on.
Oh my.
Tim showed me how to put the soundboard to Discord. It's amazing. But alright. So in terms of that, let's start with something, and I kind of gonna direct this to Jamie first because I think I've talked to all these folks and I know all their hidden talents and things, but what is something maybe besides the sourcing, because we've seen you demonstrate that many times
Sure.
before, but maybe something that you have that you don't know about, might know, well, something that we don't know about you that you haven't shared.
We gotta keep it somewhat PG.
PG, TOS.
Don't fucking swear.
Okay. Gosh, something we don't know about me. I'm trying to think. I get into a lot of things. The sword thing. I think you guys know I play guitar. Yeah, it's like right back there. I'm
We can
not playing.
infer.
I'm not playing on stream for
Sure.
sure.
I mean, some people just collect guitars. I mean,
It's
maybe
true.
it's a guitar
They are
collector.
beautiful. They are beautiful. I'm trying to think of something else that that is. I don't know. This is kind of mid, but I really like to thrift. You know. Actually, where everything I'm wearing right now, came from a thrift store. Oh my!
Oh,
Except for the
nice.
belt. I love thrifting and I like shopping for clothes. And maybe people didn't know that about me. I love like fashion and clothes.
Might be you know, maybe on the subject, the reason that I'm dipping early is actually because we're going out yard sailing and thrifting tomorrow, so
That's what I'm
nice.
talking about. Heck of a deal. It's partly
That's
the
what I'm
clothes,
looking
it's
for.
partly the deal.
And the story on how you
Very
get
nice.
the things too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I love being able to tell a good story about it.
I have a piano story.
Yes.
You say it,
It-
now tell us.
Go ahead.
No, that's okay.
You have to- you have to
No.
say it.
No, I got a piano. I was just dead set on this. This was back when I did piano tuning. I was so excited about it. Actually, it was before I did piano tuning. I wanted to just I pluck at instruments all the time. I can play the piano like garbage, because I can sound out things. But I got this piano. I was super excited about it. It was like $100. I opened it up, and poof, baby spiders like came crawling out of it. I was like, burn it.
Oh.
We had to. It
Ooh.
was just a bad. We had to get it towed out and trash. It was sad.
I
Anyway.
besides the
Yeah.
window. Did I never
We
size the window back the other way?
whenever
Yeah, I'm
whenever
big.
my old church replaced their piano,
Mhm.
they didn't have anything to do with the current piano, and I was like, well, I'll take it. Like they were just gonna throw it out, and I'm like, well, I'll take it. And now I
Yeah.
wish I never would have taken that piano because
Oh, because it's a trash piano, yeah.
well, yeah, I mean, it was old and now it's like out of tune, and I don't want to pay anybody to tune it, and you know, just normal stuff. And
You have to do
like,
it
I
like
don't
every
know,
6
I don't
months
know
too,
how to
yeah.
play it. Yeah, I don't know how to play it actually, and it was one of those things where it was like, you know, well, maybe one of the girls will want to play it at some point, so we'll take it, and then now it just takes up space in the house.
Yeah. Looks nice.
Is it like
It looks nice.
how big is the piano? It's like
I mean,
like a whole piano thing, or like?
it's a small piano. It's not hard.
Oh.
I mean,
Wow.
it's a full size small piano.
Oh, it's
gotcha,
probably like
okay.
a I can't even remember. It starts with an S. They're the worst to disassemble. They've got these like little pieces, and if you remove this rack to it, like the whole thing, like inside, comes apart. It was the
I've
worst.
never opened it, and I'm afraid to at this point for the exact story that you told.
This is some of the
because-
spiders. Stuck into it.
But well, it's not even just spiders. Like, I don't know what the hell's living in that thing at this point because it hasn't. Been
I've
played.
found
It's
mouse.
just been
Yeah,
sitting there.
mice.
Yeah, like,
they love to get into there.
mice
The
love to
board
get
comes
into
off.
those
Yep.
things, and like
Mhm.
there's no way that there's nothing living in that. I just don't believe that. So I would like at some point I'm just gonna have to like see you later.
Mhm.
It's done.
Right.
I found a
Oh.
bowl of cereal in a piano once. It was wild, and a bunch of mouse poop.
I found
What?
I found
Oh.
I found some Cheerios in one of my computers at one point.
I believe it.
I believe it too.
That's wild.
Mm.
People
I
are
wasn't
weird.
happy about it.
Yeah.
Open
Why
a
are
gift
you
horse in
girls-
the mouth.
Like, why are you girls eating Cheerios inside my computer? Like, I don't understand it.
Clearly they weren't.
Uh,
They left it.
no.
Mhm.
True.
True, very true. All right, in terms of that, I know in terms of the panels are like the fastest questions by me in terms of like hidden talents, things that you have not shared. Take a moment to think about it. The only thing I could, let's see, it's very hard. something I've maybe done. I've actually gotten a Brazilian wax recently, so I don't know if that surprises anyone or kind of like reasons why, but something that you
Which
probably
one
haven't known
is
me.
which one is that? Ty, is that the butthole?
No, it's the opposite of the butthole.
Okay, the other side.
Side.
I thought so, but I just
Hold on.
I couldn't
I
remember.
know that you mean opposite in terms of that area, but philosophically, where's the opposite of the butthole in the body?
The front of the
mouth.
body where the opposite. No, not the
Oh,
mouth.
opposite
the
of the
cow.
mouth.
Good.
Oh my god! But no, Brazilian wax, and it was like, to describe it, it was like a Velcro tearing all the hair follicles out of that area. So very painful. Not well, actually no. I compare it to not be as bad as a tattoo, and Jamie can attest because tattoos really hurt a lot. But it's like the significance of taking a strip of wax and just slowly going whoosh, and all your pubic hairs are just going out of area.
Just
But,
gone.
Yeah, it's just gone. But trust me, in terms of like, oh wow, this is how it feels like to have no hair. But something that you may have not known me, I've been doing that for I think the last 2 months now. So it's pretty recent. But you can subjectively tangent why. But I won't go into it. But there you go. That's something you haven't known.
All we're saying on this thing here is that when you have floorboards down there and no carpet, it feels great.
Not even for like use, just general daily life.
General
Like,
daily life.
Half the
I
reason
agree.
I'm on hormones is just to get rid of body hair. Because
Yep.
autism, just stem stuff.
Mhm.
Like, male body hair is so coarse and painful and irritable throughout like everything. So just even to slow it down, even if it doesn't get rid of it entirely, is an improvement.
I hear that. I hear that. Congratulations.
To a tangent.
Thanks.
To the tangent. I have no hairs in my butt. Thank you very much. Because there's two modified Brazilians where your hair is taken from the front side and also the back side, but I have no hair.
Oh my.
Apparently, I don't know why. There you go.
Well, lucky ducky.
Lucky ducky. And I won't like anyone else. I mean, I want to call you out, yes, something, because I know a lot of people. I know a lot about Tim. A lot of opinions of purpose. Anything have you not said? Just so that Jamie doesn't feel awkwardly. Why share something really awkward that
I wouldn't
not
feel
know
awkward.
about me.
I'm not embarrassed about anything. I'm like everywhere. You can find me on the net, you know,
If I go,
on Twitch,
On Instagram, potentially.
on Twitch and Instagram,
If you haven't been shadow banned.
Instagram.
amongst other places. Let me tell you,
Huh.
Instagram may have shadow banned me. Other sites, which I will not mention, have not.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There you go.
Are you showing hole on Instagram?
Facebook.
Oh, Facebook.
We'll spit on the brick.
Oh. No
It's
one's
in the
gonna
name.
sponsor me after this stream.
Facebook.
It's in the Facebook. Yeah, Joe Face.
Sponsored, not sponsored. Travono or Travolo, whatever we said that before. But all right. So I'll leave it at that in case, like, I don't know. I don't want to call you out, but if you guys don't have anything to share, we come back to that in the middle. I have so much time left. Let's just go for one more question, which I found interesting. I was thinking about this the one day and thinking about food, and everyone's got different preferences in food. What would you be? Let's say you had one final meal ever, and then you didn't. Well, one final meal ever. Now I don't want to be. I don't want to go as morbid as saying like your last meal before you like, like.
Oh, you are.
You're on
No,
death
no, no.
row. You've committed 6 murders.
You already said it
Okay,
in
there you
the.
Every time you walk outside, you're hearing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, but what would be that final meal that you would have? What is the significance of that final meal? Like whoever can make it. Let's say you needed to get oh shoot, famous waiter, Gordon Ramsay to cook that for
Gordon
you. And
Ramsay.
you do it.
That is not a waiter.
I don't-
He is not a waiter.
Like a master chef.
That's the chef. Sorry.
Yes, waiter.
Poor choice of words. Shush. Poor choice of words. But what would be that significance of that meal And what would be your final meal? And I'll go, Venus. What is
Mac
that
and
meal?
cheese.
What's the
I just want a
significance
good. It's just like it's what I grew up with as a child. So if I had like to only eat one thing for the rest of my life, or if I only had one meal for the left in my life, it is mac and cheese.
of that? Okay. There you go. And Jamie.
It would. I had to think about this because I really fucking love food, and I, not to get morbid, but I have thought about maybe like offing myself in a tub full of pudding. Okay, you know what I'm
No, I
saying?
feel that.
Not in a morbid way, just because pudding is really good, and I'd be okay with it. It's a good way to go. But it would have to be, and I don't ask me to choose between. There's this place downtown Minneapolis. Zen House Izakaya, and they have an amazing kimchi ramen bowl. That being said, I also really love sushi. Like, usually doesn't matter what kind. I would die for sushi for sure.
The mood.
Shush.
And
good
If you
mood.
make it wrong, it can happen.
No, I'm saying that's a mood. Like I would absolutely also die for sushi.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
oh.
good.
For
Oh,
the
it's my favorite,
prices, you
hands
might
down.
have to.
you might have to do that's true. Tim? Okay. Is it
Um,
is?
Kielbasa.
Tim?
I think I actually put it in my
Kielbasa.
Discord at some point.
Oh, you put Discord. Yep, that recipe. Yep, I saw
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You chop up some kielbasa, put it in a pan, put some vegetable oil in the pan, and after you flip them, you just put on some barbecue sauce on all of it, let it sit for a bit, mix it all up, and then just put it in a big bowl. It's not good for you,
Right there.
but it's good for the heart. Again, not for
Yeah.
good for the heart,
Yeah.
but you know.
You could even do it without the barbecue sauce. Kielbasa is
The
so good.
soul.
Like, all I'm
Mhm.
saying is you're
Yeah.
preparing your kielbasa totally wrong. Like, you gotta have sauerkraut with that sausage.
Oh. Purpose? What is yours? You have one?
Mine would definitely have to be a good home cooked Reuben. I
Oh,
love
Reuben's
Reuben
good.
sandwiches.
Mhm.
They've always been one of my favorite meals, and every time that Nuka makes them for me, there's no words to describe how elated I am. Like, I'm so excited anytime. Like, the only thing that comes close to Reuben is whenever she makes country fried steak, and it's just so. Those things are just so good.
Is country fried
Well, I would
steak
have to
breaded?
put-
Is that what country fried steak is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
yeah.
breaded? No. That's good.
It's breaded. It's
It's
breaded.
delicious if you
it's
make
like
it right.
Cube steak.
Everything
It's
fried
cube
is good.
steaks
That's true.
Fried in fried in a breaded batter, and a lot of times you'll serve it with gravy. So it'll be like a breaded cube steak with gravy, a brown gravy
Mhm.
preferably.
Ah,
So good.
okay.
Well, that's like
I
what's
guess
the
not
oil
brown.
dipping thing?
It is a country style gravy, but like normally it's served like it looked kind of brown, but still good though.
Understood. I think I have a couple of things I would include to be my last meal. A lot. there's
Wait,
one
hey,
thing-
Ty, wait, hold up. Can we guess what might be yours?
Oh, okay. What is your guess?
Ramen.
Is your
Ramen.
I don't know. I just had an idea that was brilliant for the thing. I don't have an actual guess. Someone else go quick.
Ramen.
We did
It's
ramen.
absolutely ramen.
Ramen.
It has to be ramen, right? It is.
It
literally
has to be.
the name
if
of,
it's not, then you are not being true to your character.
Yeah,
How dare
Oh
you?
my
You're a
God.
faker. Titanical's
I said
Ramen House
many
is literally.
things. Many things. Like
One of them
It
better be
also would
ramen.
mean that we should have taken you somewhere else when you came up here.
why? You took me to ramen. Damn. Okay, but many things. So okay.
Oh
yes,
my
I do wanna
gosh,
pick a
they
prop.
gave me a party popper. This is great. I have a party popper in Genshin, and it's wonderful.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Not to interrupt, but I can shoot off little fireworks in front of myself. I just
Ty,
gotta hit the
Ty
B
mutes
button.
purpose.
No, yeah, I can't. No, I don't well. All right. So, yes, ramen probably is part of that meal for sure because I do like a good ramen. But
Probably.
I also
Part
also
part
like-
of the meal.
part of the meal. Yes, it's good. Okay.
Ty's gonna
You
make
couldn't finish your
I
ramen
love
with
it.
us.
Let him speak. I
Well,
need
'cause
to
it had a
feel
lot
what
of
heaven is.
liquid. It's got a lot of liquid. I do say
It does.
like my ramen dry. Like ramen dry is the best, but that's one. But well, not dry, like dry, but like the water drained out of it.
I agree.
Okay.
So
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Oh
I was
yeah,
just like, what
absolutely.
the fuck do you mean dry ramen that's not cooked?
well, that,
No,
it's
like-
cooked
I just
in
want
cold water.
completely uncooked ramen. You know, those are the best. My brother used to eat it like that, like chips.
Yeah. I think
Made
it's a
me
white
so
people
mad.
dish, to be honest.
It's definitely a white people dish. 'Cause my
if
brother
you-
is very white.
Look,
Oh,
if you go to prison, they have prison pizza, and it's literally just like ketchup on ramen with like a topping. That's like a thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's just
imagine.
like you just split your ramen into, and not that I've been to prison, but I've heard from people who have been to prison that
Or
that's
just a
nice.
secret past that none of us were
So-
supposed to know about.
Sorry, I have to
Mhm.
stipulate that because I didn't think about how things were being said whenever I said them. I have not been to prison, however, I have been to say prison.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what does Ty have with the ramen? Because you were going on a thought here, and I need to know it.
I was. All right, so I'm pretty good at sushi, but the thing with sushi is texture. So I do like Philadelphia roll because of the cream cheese. I do
Oh,
like
absolutely.
spider roll because of
Yeah.
spider roll for the soft shell crab, and I have a good love for eel. So I like dragon roll that has the avocado. So those three. But I think what gets me is the palate cleanser. I need a ton of ginger with the sushi so that
Sure.
I can take
Yep.
one piece, cleanse my palate, switch to another piece, eat that, cleanse my palate, go back to the other one. So like round robin each of the rolls would be one. And of course, my dessert for this meal would be, I don't know if you hate me or at me or whatever it is, fried Oreos.
Oh, no, that's good.
No, that's fair, yeah.
Oh, that's so good. There's no wrong
I
Oreo.
know, some-
They're so good.
Yeah, see? Yeah. What was that? I heard something in the
How
background.
are
Peanut
you-
butter?
I'm booing because how in the world are you gonna ruin your Oreo by frying it? Just dip it
Oh
in
my,
some milk.
this-
It's a meal. Like that
It's
stuff's so good.
Uh,
Just,
It's so good
just dip
fried
it in
too,
milk.
though.
That's all you need.
There's no
Imagine
wrong
making
fried
me
thing.
want sweets, and I can't
And-
get
and
sweets
Oreos
right now.
are,
It's 1 in the
yeah.
morning.
Yeah, it's 12 here. Sad.
no.
Look,
Yeah, indeed.
I will say like some things that I don't know how many of you have been exposed to, but some things like fried Oreo, right? Like that you might not have heard of. This morning for breakfast, my boss brought in. He brings in donuts on Fridays. And it's so awesome. I love Donut Friday, or as he calls it, Fat Boy Friday. But so he brought in donuts, and I got to have a Long John donut with I think it's a butterscotch topping,
Oh,
and then it's topped
Ooh.
with bacon.
oh no.
Oh
I've heard
my
maple and
gosh.
bacon. I've heard maple
Ugh.
and
Oh,
bacon.
no, you're right. It is maple topping.
Oh,
not
okay, that makes
butterscotch.
sense.
But yeah,
that makes more sense. now.
I
No.
just I couldn't remember right off the top of my head exactly which one it was. But
Butterscotch, I
yeah,
would
it is
vomit.
maple and bacon. Huh?
Butterscotch, I would
Vomit
vomit.
tip?
Yeah, same.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying
Wow.
anything,
Alright.
okay, but I'm just saying as we introduced this donut, we lost 2 viewers, okay?
I like I don't care until y'all have tried the bacon top donut. You just don't know what you're missing. Like
They,
it is,
yeah,
it's
they
actually
do
kinda
have
crazy.
We
a
don't
shake.
eat pork.
They have a shake that does that, bacon and maple or something. I think a shake. I'm pretty sure, like
Oh.
by I don't know, one of the gas stations.
I do have a place that was
I
called.
feel sorry for you, Venus.
Oh, Steve.
I was
I do have a
raised to
place
not
that
eat
sold
pork,
Mexican-
so it doesn't affect me.
Right.
I don't know what I'm missing, so I don't care.
Oh. I do have a place that I haven't been in a while because I haven't been. That sold Mexican food and gourmet donuts together. I probably had like a
Ooh.
concoction of that maple bacon donut at one point, but you could get like 3 tacos and then go home with half a dozen donuts, and there'd be different like birthday cake, be like cereal, there'd be like ramen, anything you could think of put on a donut, they did. So places like that do
Wow.
exist that
Yeah.
have those type of donuts. Fancy donuts. All right, so we're kind
Like
of
gourmet
in the tailwind.
donuts, yeah.
Oh yeah. We're kind of in the tailwind, but I want to kind of like run this because like it's one of those things where we kind of touched on Venus saying what made her happy with the Genshin update, something that maybe get you happy that maybe you can share with people that you maybe watched, partaked in, did. We'll go with Jamie. What's something this week has made you happy?
Oh God, bad week. Bad week to choose this question. Jeez.
Because too many or nothing.
No.
Oh wow.
It's been a rough week. Oh crud! I totally was supposed to call a tow guy to get the car out of the lot. That's all right. I'll do it tomorrow. You know, I will say it has been you know, it's been Ebony. That's been a fun game. I met some cool people in that game. We're in a really low power guild and we're getting absolutely shit on. But we're having fun. And then 2, I, as a parent, got my kid to be into books, and I'm super happy about that. It's like a 250-page book or something, and we're getting to the last 100 pages. And I've been reading with my kid, and that's been a lot of fun and joy. So that for me is a winner every time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, purpose?
I would say. Oh, I was just agreeing. Heck yeah! Anytime you can do something with your kid and have them be interested in something good is always awesome. I would say as far as mine would be concerned, I mean, I would say that it would be doing bosses and Genshin with my kids, but it went absolutely terrible. But was
Painful.
still super fun and cool. But I would say the work week's over. It's Friday.
Yeah, that works.
Always a good feeling, yeah.
Look, this work week has sucked really bad, and I'm just glad that it is over. So
Nice.
that's what I'm happy for right now.
Let's see. I have anticipation for a trip. I mean, I'm happy about the trip, but I mean that's a given because it's coming up. And if you had a vacation coming up, you'd probably be happy about it too. I don't know. I think this week has been pretty describe it for. I don't know. Well, actually, let me go. Okay, something make you happy, something you watch, something did. I'll go. Happy is too obvious. So I won't go that way. But something I've been kind of like watching that would be very interesting and like twists and turns. And if you guys have seen it already, I'm way behind because I only got HBO Max like a couple weeks ago. But it's Westworld. I love that show, Westworld, and the story behind it.
Oh, that's a cool show. Yep.
Yeah, so like to watch the latest season, I was like enthralled of how the plotline has kind of like expanded, and like I can like in my head discussing like what is going on, is this what's happening here, and like I have theories about things that are happening here and there, and like just like the way the combination is, and like that is also very making me like just be able to sit down and watch one of those shows to be happy. But I think still the trip, because there's a lot of things that I'm planned to do on that trip, and that's going to be an exciting time. And it's next week, and like my brain is almost checked out. Like I only have like a couple more days before that trip occurs, but literally that's also a very, very enjoyable thing coming up, and will make me happy eventually. Tim, last but not least, Anything this week?
Rough week too.
Perfect too.
Uh,
I hear you.
mostly because I'm bad with pain.
What about the walking? No. You just started
Oh
walking
yeah,
again?
yeah. Not that I couldn't walk, but it was. I'm finally able to like consistently go walk around a lake. Is what I do is like I get up a bit late, pretend to work, go walk.
Pretend to work.
Yeah, you know, as
As you do.
most, yeah,
Most
as
work
most
from
do.
home
do.
people can say, pretend to
Um,
work from home.
like I do enough to justify having been online, and then I stick myself to a way. I walk to Burger King a mile, and I walk back a mile. I have my lunch, flicking myself to busy before walking in the other room and watching anime or something while I eat. I log off at 5, and then I walk about a mile to get to this lake near us. I measured it recently. It's about 1.5 miles around. I walk around it twice, and then I walk back home. And I was just doing audiobook the whole time.
Oh, nice.
And I'm getting antsy if I don't go do that. But
Mhm.
I mean, earlier today I was in like the last couple hours. I still have like 30 minutes of it, but I'm in the last couple hours of a book that's the first book was 10 hours, second book was 10 hours, the third book is 20 hours, and I think there's like I don't know 6 others in it. It's called the Mongoliad. It's just sort of like I don't know, it's revisionist history. It's set in Mongolian era, like around the time of Genghis Khan's son running the empire.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was just like jumping from like I don't know. There's like 5 different locations that have shit going on, and it was in the finale of like 3 books worth of plot line for like all of them, just one after another after another after another. So I just kind of lost myself walking around the lake.
Oh, nice, 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 very nice. Cool. All right, so let's just summarize. Let's see. Jamie, since you're our guest, where can the people find you? What socials? Where do you go? What do you be
Oh,
doing?
you can't find me. I'm going off the grid, motherfuckers.
Oh,
But you can
No,
follow, but that's something you'll see.
I'm burnt out. No, you can find me. Every once in a while, I'll throw a Twitch when I'm feeling super energetic. But main spot is probably Instagram. It's honestly, if you look up JamieSlyFox, you'll find me on any probable platforms, some Twitter and stuff. But Instagram is my main now, and that's usually where you'll find me. Or in an Apex game.
or an Apex game, of course. Either way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But you're gonna come
Exactly.
to Fortnite tomorrow, though, right?
Yeah, I'll be in Fortnite tomorrow. That's right.
Yeah.
Just
Oh no, Sunday, not tomorrow.
dicking balls on people's face.
It is Saturday, but it's Sunday, yes.
Yeah.
But this is technically tomorrow now, but it's fine. But exactly.
That's right.
I have fun with doing that. But all right. So in terms of summarize, we will be back again next month for another podcast. Not sure yet who will be the guest. We'll have to find out. It could be you. It could be you. It could be you. It could be you.
Oh
Everyone
my.
who's watching this stream, it could be you. But we're going to bring it out. So thank you, panel. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Purpose, Tim, Venus, for being here. As always, we always can talk about anything and everything, but Purpose has to get up early tomorrow, so we need to get him. We want to also head out together, also, so that we don't, the podcast isn't complete without Purpose. He's the linchpin at the end. Podcast is for Purpose, so if he's not here, then we don't have anything going on. So
Podcast is for purpose. Oh my god.
so we're going to. I think I see someone online, so we're gonna go raid Pika. Because I think he's doing God of War, so I'll do over there.
Thank you.
Alright, so
Pika.
So we're gonna go raid him, and then we're gonna, if you have the message, sub raid is this, raid is this. If you are not subbed,
there.
all right. So copy out the ones that you, if you have a subscription to the room notes or not. I did give Jamie a subscription because I imagine if he's a guest, he needs to be subscribed so he can access my emotes
Oh,
again.
thank you.
So we're gonna go right over there.
Imagine being part of a show and getting ads.
Yeah, I know exactly. I was like, I needed to like make sure he didn't get any ads if he was watching me at the time. But yeah, so we're definitely in a time to Managro's got TPP. Exactly. So I will be back again Sunday for the birthday stream. Definitely come by. Some of these people will be also on that stream in various forms for different games. There will be sub goals. There will be giveaways. So definitely come by, check it out. It's gonna be Sunday. Respectively. Whenever Venus streams, I know she does not set schedule, come check out her stream. Tim has also, she'll be streaming Saturday?
I mean, I'll be streaming. I'm streaming tomorrow with Pika. So we're going to go raid.
Oh, we're going to go raid. There we go. All right, so we're about to go raid out. I will thank you for you guys being here. We're going to watch the end credits one more time before the end of the stream.
Oh.
Thank you, Jamie, for that at the end. All right, ready in 3, 2, 1.